It's
Hello and
it's
welcome
a good
to
point.
Tabletalkers Band of Iron 65. When last we left our heroes. Take over.
We just returned from Story's home with a ton of new gifts and stuff. I got a puppy. I don't remember what anyone else got. I just remember my puppy. Then we met up with we tried to message our leaders of Band of Iron that the Orky boys that we left in charge and didn't get a lot of responses back. And then heard they were fighting a war over in Raktesh. So that's where we ended up going over to Raktesh. We commandeered a boat in northern Attica.
Southeastern.
Hmm?
Southeastern.
Southeastern Attica?
Yeah.
Okay, southeastern Attica. It was Attica somewhere. And then we just flew it over to a stronghold. The stronghold that the rest of the Band of Iron is currently sitting at in Attica, Raktesh.
Yeah.
Where we may or may not be ambushed, because that is the thing that's apparently been happening to them. They will set up defenses, and then those defenses be torn down immediately. Or broken through.
Unmade is a better word.
Unmade.
Alrighty, so as your airship is descending and you land this thing back where it was supposed to be, Arik remembers that there's supposed to be background music. And
Kind of a nice thing to have.
shut up. And
A player just almost died.
coming out to meet you is going to be essentially the officers of the Band of Iron and the person you left in charge.
Ryder?
They are one of them.
I mean, they are the person left in charge, and
No.
then we put a figurehead in his place.
Vashnier brought in one of his old guard to lead things. He's the person that's currently in charge as per Vashnier's orders. There was no figureheading on account
In
of that last part.
charge. Yes, in charge. Sure.
Stop being weird.
They will pipe up. It's good to see you back.
Are you speaking all of us or just me?
Well, you're the primary.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Hopefully, nothing too bad happened while we were gone.
Well, this hasn't gone as well as I've wanted it to, but... Well, we'll talk more in the command tent. Ready to head to the front again?
Of course.
Alright. You'll follow me.
I'll follow suit.
Assuming everyone tags along.
Yep.
You head back into Old Blood Break Keep, which I think you renamed, but I don't remember what. And then on one of the nearby tables, it looks like they have your basic, like, strategic map kind of sort of built out. It looks like your guys have basically formed a line, but a majority of stuff on it is a blue in color, meanwhile you guys are red in color.
Alright.
So where would you have me start?
Have we received any pushback, or are we? You said the. Where is our group being pushed back the most, if there is pushback, or stalemate, going to grab any ground?
For stalemate, he'll just kind of gesture across the line, pretty much everywhere. They're not really pushing, but thus far they've made it to where we can't push back or into theirs anymore. Mostly due to whatever the hell's going on with this undoing bullshit. Clickety clack.
Yeah, somebody's clicking the mouse.
My bad. I think I'm a little bit too close to my microphone.
Intelligence, from what we've seen and what we have there, it seems like a band of mercenaries, largely from Attica, moved in a few months ago. Set up shop with one of the local warlords, and then they have been going around creating, bigger war parties, as is the way of this particular place. Whenever they haven't been present, we've been able to take things over and they'll gesture at some of the nearby fortresses. But once it became obvious that we were the problem, started stationing things around and we couldn't break through their thing. Not with any of the tactics we've tried anyway.
What tactics have we tried so far?
Well, we've tried your basic get them all out into the field and have them fight correctly. We've tried hit and run real fast. But essentially, whenever the battle starts to turn in our favor, we'll find ourselves almost reset back to a point where it was more of a stalemate, and then they'll push us out.
And this has happened each time.
Say again?
This has happened each time?
After they got moved in, yeah. Ouch.
And no one knows what's caused this.
No, and we even have some soldiers that have come back to life as a result. They've been a little confused, to say the least.
Seems to be something magical in nature.
That's what we're assuming.
Were there any preambles before these instances of reset?
What do you mean?
Like loud sounds, flashes of light, anything of that sort?
We'll see a bit of a wave, or almost as if the ground were shaken. But then after that, it's just back where we were. As far as
This happened
defensive
at all
strategies
the-
go, it's a hell of a thing.
Has this happened at each of the battlegrounds, or was it limited to certain ones?
It's at each of them, but each of them we've seen their mercenary colors amongst the field of battle.
Have they all been attacked at the same time, simultaneously? With the same effect happening?
We haven't launched full scale at every single outpost, simply because of the amount of leaders available. But I don't know. If it's happening on each individual one, I have to assume it'd be able to happen everywhere. Given that if they have the correct whatever's causing it.
Has it happened in more than one location at the exact same time?
Yes, this is what I was.
We had some that were relatively quickly back or between each other, but I don't think that there were any that were synced per se.
Well, we either have to assume that they have multiple of these, or can quickly move it between outpost to outpost.
I was assuming they had multiple. Rather, they have one really fucking up jumped wizard. Like, shit.
It's probably a up-jumped wizard more than likely, but
That would mean he could only cast it but so many times, right?
Well, if it
Maybe.
were one, then they would have to be able to teleport between place to place, because these aren't insubstantial distances.
The only way to know for sure is to simultaneously coordinate an attack on multiple fronts at the exact same time.
That's what I was thinking.
If you cannot do that, then, or if they don't interfere at each individual point at the exact same time, then the one they do interfere with will be the one we know they care about the most. If they interfere with more than one at the same time, then they have to have multiple individuals doing the same thing, because one person cannot be in more than one location.
Well, if we're assuming about what they care about the most, that'd probably be the capital. All these are just defenses, but they are stopping us pretty fucking effectively.
Well, each place is a defensible location and is strategically important in some way, I'm sure.
And for the most part, they just seem to be normal forts. None of the boys that were around back then really recall anything special being at any of them. Old war houses, things like that.
But the boys don't know how to look for magic sometimes.
Nah, but they do know weird sparkly things.
Fair. Like I said, my only current thing is if there's more than one wizard, then my plan is not going to work. But if there isn't more than one wizard, then we'll figure out very quickly.
We have managed to do some information gathering on the mercenary company that's seeming to cause all these problems for us. They're relatively new on the scene, only really started up a couple years ago. More of an arcane focus, which we're guessing is what's happening there. It says they are led by an Azamar of some repute. One of the red ones, if you happen to know what that means.
Do you know what that means? No?
Typically it means that they are sired by something of the Court of Ignarius. Fire, glory, all that shit. Typically those ones end up being battlefield commanders. Or are sought after for battlefield commanding, even if they're shite at it.
Why would they be sought after if they're, horrible at it?
Well, they're offspring of the god of conquest, basically. You can kind of see how that would go over.
Yeah, that makes sense. Essentially, it's like having God or a god at your back or leading your troops.
Yeah.
Or accurately, a god of war behind you. Or conquest in this case.
I'm not much on one for it. Unless Ina there has been particularly freedomy, however that would work.
No idea. You'd have to talk to her about it.
He'll shrug. So are you thinking that you want to try to take command of some of the fortresses and then lead a big full-scale push? That's a lot of resources in case things don't go well on a hunch. You look a bit trepidatious.
To either do that, we send some more scouts and try to figure out what this item is.
Well, the problem
Or
is,
disperse it.
that's a lot of men.
Yeah.
That's a big push you're suggesting.
Yeah. But it's the only way to know for sure if they can do it on multiple fronts. It is the only way to know for sure.
Okay, then let's if-then this. If they can, what then?
A good fucking question.
Because if they can't, then anywhere else that isn't the unlucky one, you push through, you take one fort. But if they can, then we're all of a sudden losing however many battles it is you're fighting. And we may not be able to reinforce ourselves if they decide to counter-push us after that. We're the better fighters, across the board.
Ow.
Son of a bitch, that hurt.
Yeah, watch out, those mosquitoes are awful.
What do you think, Vashner? What if that isn't the case and there are multiple and they're all going to do the same fucking thing and cause the same amount of problem? What do we do then?
We have to find this individual or item and destroy it, capture it. If it's an item, we can take it. Person,
Kill it.
exactly.
There's also another way to do it. When we used to do it when we were dealing with dwarf homeland problems. Have one major assault do one thing as a strike team of us and only us goes and does another thing. That way we're minimizing the large amount of resources required, and our small strike teams have always been known to complete the job.
Hopefully they can keep up the record.
Yeah.
I
And it
feel
is
like
going to be just us, and we are an army in and of ourselves at this point.
that'd be one of the better options, so we don't lose as many troops and resources.
So how this? We take two, split our major force in two, basically, and have it assault two fortresses, and we assault a third. Two fortresses that could be easily reinforced if need be, with each other. If that's something that's possible, I haven't looked at the map yet.
So you're saying just have the men attack from two fronts, and then you go attack a third.
Correct. And try to keep it as simultaneous as possible. And have the men be easily reinforced with each other, should the need arise.
My only thing is that we've kind of been leaking blood. With those
Have we
other
ever
two
been
forces, I
assaulted?
would... What?
Have we ever been assaulted?
No, they can't attack us, that's the thing. Their cheater fucking bullshit is undoing our advance.
And
They've
give the men
tried it
some
on a
rest.
couple assaults, but we're still just better.
We're here now. Give the men some rest. If they try it again, we'll be on the front line this time.
Now what I would be comfortable
they-
with, and I don't know if you would be willing to do this,
Yes.
but all of y'all with this destined hero shit going on, if one of each of you would be at one of the other two armies, and then the rest of you in the third, then we might have enough to undo whatever damages them doing that might do to them.
I am better in a large-scale environment. Well, not large-scale, but I am better in a strike team environment is what I meant to say. My abilities only affect a certain few people.
You be in charge of the strike team. I'll be in charge of one of the two attacking the forts.
So be it.
We have a volunteer for the other one.
Third. There we go.
I don't know what you just said. I have no idea what you said. I was talking at the same time.
Apologies. I was going to say who's going to take the third.
That one. We had the same thought. Understood.
Exactly.
He'll just kind of like fidget there a little bit.
A little less on the confidence scale there, bud.
Your eyes have a weird look to them.
See that?
Is everyone okay with this?
I got no problem.
Alright.
So who's going where?
I'll go with some of them. I'll reinforce some of the men. And
So
yeah,
Army
go.
1 is Vashnir.
Sounds like we're splitting to 3 armies.
Army 2 is this guy whose name I forgot.
He's not one
And
of the
then-
big scary destined people. Like, he can lead it, but he wants one of you guys with the fucking superpowers.
Okay, so which one of us superpowered individuals is going to go with him?
I'll go with him.
Alright.
Fuck you mean, damn it.
You can summon 24 wolves.
Yeah, so I'm good in a wide area.
You're good in a strike team because, oh, look at that. We've been surrounded by 200 enemies. Guess what? No, we haven't. You are extremely useful in a strike team.
I am good in all situations.
Correct, but you're
Incineration
more
range.
useful in a strike team. You are good everywhere. You are amazingly good everywhere because that's what druids do, especially with your abilities. But in a strike team where there's all of like 5 of us, and you have the ability to quadruple our numbers, I'd like to have that. But if you don't wish to go, then
Tell
don't.
me if someone else wants to go with this guy. I'll join the strike team. I don't care.
I can enforce the strike team far away.
You're fine. You lead the
You're in
army.
Army 1.
I mean,
You're gonna be like miles and miles away from these guys.
It's just if
I have a
someone
way.
else wants to go with Army 2.
Kodak.
We never dictated how far they could be apart.
You're right. You're
Why not?
immediately getting silly, and I'm okay with it.
Why don't you go with Army 2?
What do you mean? That's Dory Ina Jodak team.
Oh, Jesus.
That is a pretty fire team.
I'll put you on
It's
Army
mostly
2
because
unless
that's
you
a
tell
lot of
me
numbers I don't want
otherwise.
to keep track of. I can easily split them.
Well, did you read the message where I say we're gonna keep it just a little bit simpler?
Oh, you just send that?
Check the messages between us.
Fuck. Got it.
What do you think, Jodak? You can come with me and do the thing, or
Stick with the
or
second
even Ina
army.
can go with the army too, because she's decently
I'm
proud for
sticking with the
herself.
secondary army because I want to watch over them, see what they're doing.
You're gonna stick with the second army.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like then we have someone to report back to everyone.
Well,
One
that was also going to be where Peon was going to go. You were
I
going to be
thought
with
Peon
me.
was
I
going
haven't checked my message.
That's
in
what
a
I
long
want.
time.
Yes,
It's okay.
but Peon can make his own decisions because he's a grown man.
You're right.
I'm 15.
And what are you doing?
But I don't know. I was gonna go with Group 2, but then fucking Tadori apparently wants me on the strike force. And I
Just
don't
because
make
you're useful.
decisions.
I like
That
your
doesn't
usefulness.
sound very
I'm a goblin.
personable.
I'm just a little
He's a druid.
goblin boy.
Listen,
I know plant. Say, I'll go with either team. I care not.
But
well,
one of them
Jodak
you're
seemingly
leading.
wants to go with 2, so I guess
I
you're with me.
also can just literally go with any team.
Do keep in mind, I think what big guy over here wants us to do, not Vashnir, but his friend, wants us to do is if we sense or see or have any notion that there is one of those mages or whatever, we go kill it.
Yeah.
That's why he wants us around in those armies, right?
That's the idea. Because after that, they normally immediately counter our moves, and then we're in trouble.
Yeah, so push comes shove.
Y'all are harder to counter.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All Destiny Warrior type thing and all that nonsense.
I don't like that sentiment. Right place, right time is all we have going for us.
As per usual.
I've just been sitting here quietly because I've been thinking, what are the chances that there's just another Soulstone user with some sort of time ability?
We already have been told we are not the only ones.
It's fully possible.
We know of a few, and there are some that are just missing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then the 2 people to lead the other 2 armies are the 2 people capable of dealing with that the best, which would be you and Vashnir, as you have the god-killing weapons, or whatever the hell they're called.
You make a fair point. I'll stick with Army too. Send Peon with Strike Team, if that is what he wants to do.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Army 1 Vashnir, Army 2 Jodak, Strike Force is Tadori Ia Pinon.
Pinon.
Don't forget about PJ.
Peon's son.
Yeah,
Or
and
grandson
PJ.
at this point.
Come on, and
PJ is important.
Question, Eric.
They're kind of good. Yeah. What?
PJ just got brought up. Question, does he count as 2 different entities now? Do I have to attach to him in 2 different ways?
I don't like the way that sounds.
Man, you'll
I'm
find
about
out,
to
won't
say
you?
the same thing.
Oh, son of a bitch.
You
That
can
sounds highly
try.
inappropriate.
Just try to sneak a tendril over there, see what happens.
It's almost as like I can talk to my son or something.
Peon, hold still. I need to test a thing.
Okay.
I'm going to see if I have to attach to him or him and Peon Jr.
Describe how you do.
I'm going to try to make it as non-gross as possible.
Go
But it's
on.
going to be
I
gross.
appreciate that.
You have to describe it, my guy.
I want, instead of tentacles and warbling masses of grossness, I want it to be similar in likeness to more hair. Because gross tendrils are a lot grosser. Trust me. Think of a lamprey that's attached to me and you.
Bro, I just imagined that one chick from Inuyasha. That was it.
And as little hair as possible to latch on between me and him as the tendrils.
Define where.
In this instance, coming from my hand, 'cause I'm assuming I can go anywhere from my body. Come from my hand, because I'm going to be right up close, and attaching to Peon's forearm, which would be Peon Jr. at this instance.
You're attached to PJ, you immediately hear back, wah, just loud and
You're okay.
repeating in your head.
You're okay. It's okay in my head.
It does not
It's
stop.
okay. Get him to stop screaming. It's very loud.
PJ, it's cool. It's a friend. You're good.
It's not like you're.
Unless you don't like
Do you
it,
ever
PJ. If you don't like
disconnect
it,
while
if
he's
you're
trying to talk?
uncomfortable, if you're uncomfortable, PJ, you don't have to. Let me know. I'll kick him
Just don't kick me. Just let me know.
You just hear this high-pitched wah in your head the entire time, Tadori.
Oh my god. So I can connect to both PJ and Peon. Okay. When you get healing effects,
Does he ever let go?
yes, I let go immediately upon finding out I can connect to both.
Yeah, and your arm goes numbs.
Why is my arm numb?
You feel an upset aura.
Peon Jr. is not happy.
Tadori, I'm going to have to ask you if you have any food on you.
No. Maybe. Hold on.
If you do, give it. For upsetting my child.
Do I have any food? That is a good question.
Made
The orc
my
walks
son
by with
sad.
its comically large piece of meat on bone.
I do not have any food, but that dwarf does.
I send PJ towards his comically large meat on bone.
Just fucking...
Mm-hmm.
He goes, drops it on the floor, and then just straw noises as it is no longer anywhere near as juicy.
How about from now on, today you don't connect that to PJ,
I'm not going to.
just to me.
That's fine. That's what I was going to ask you. Do you, or when you get healing effects, does it also apply to him or no?
I don't fucking know.
These are things I need to know because he counts as an additional creature.
Well, God does it.
You stare at your arm. You feel the force of...
Ah.
Son of a bitch.
Can't even talk with PJ unless you used to speak with plants. Like, you're not just psychic. You've been using that each time.
I know. I know. That's why I don't talk a ton to him.
I'm gonna hope and pray. I'm gonna hope and pray that Peon doesn't ever take any damage and doesn't potentially die, because I'm not gonna connect to him again. Because it'll be extremely distracting while I'm connected to him, you, and a couple other people, as he's constantly screaming in my head.
Well, don't connect to PJ.
Yes, but if PJ takes damage and the healing effect that you receive doesn't extend to him, what then?
Well, I don't know. As far as I know, PJ has never taken damage.
That's my point, but he might take damage because he is an entity of his own, and if he is the one sending out those tendrils of like lichen or whatever, if they get cut, won't that hurt him? These are things to worry about.
Why not just have a sparring session and find out?
No,
These are things I would worry about if God gave me stats.
You want stats? The stats mean things that can die.
No, I don't. I'm just saying, I can't answer these questions because I don't have the info. And I'm fine with that.
Well, at any rate, it looks like he isn't going to be dying anytime soon. So, I'll just connect to you. It'll be fine. But apparently, when I connect to people, it's a mental link.
You see the orc in the background pick back up this now desiccated meat on bone, kind of sniff it, give it a nibble. They have a bit of an expression on their face, and then they continue away sad.
I'm sure he's fine.
Mark him for later.
I will do no such thing.
I am doing such a thing. Remembering who it was and replace his meat.
Okay.
His meal.
It wasn't one of the higher officers. It does look like somebody that was with the band since, it became the band. But, like, it's not one of your named guys, per se.
I'm just... Later, I'm going to just go kid him something and take it to him. Just as replacement.
Happy future orc.
Anyway. Right. That is an extremely weird ability. I do not have a full grasp on yet. But again, back to the current dilemma. You never answered me on whether or not we can give the orcs downtime.
I feel like the men have earned it.
We're also currently in the midst of large-scale combat, sir.
And sieges break all the time.
It's not sieging, per se.
Well, the point I'm making is, if the men are running bloodied, right? If they're run ragged and down for the count almost, they need the time. We are in a defensible location currently, correct?
Here. Not so much where they are.
Well, then I will go to them.
That was the point we for Strike Force. Unless you're gonna sit there and guard each of the fortresses for however long it is you think they need for their time off.
God damn it. God damn it. Alright, fine. At the very least. What time is it right now? This is James speaking.
I'm pretty sure you got at this location probably like mid-afternoon, nighttime almost. There's also been several weeks of no session, so you know my scale, my sense of time is a little.
Yeah, fair. Vashnier, what say you bright and early tomorrow morning? We're talking dawn.
Sounds fine.
So just to confirm your plan, sirs, you, Vashnier, are going to take up one army. You, Jodak, are going to take up another. And then they'll kind of like look at some of the fortresses. Effectively, you guys have where you currently are now, and then 5 ancillary fortresses, quotation marks, between as like a buffer line. Where on these do you want to be?
Well, the two major
Effectively, it's a
armies-
semicircle to the southwest. The capital's in the southwest direction, but there's a lot of ground in between here and there.
Yeah. But anyway, effectively, what the plan I had thought up was the two major armies attack 2 fortresses that are fairly close to one another, so they can easily reinforce each other should the need arise, and be in constant contact with one another. And
So
then
you're
I and the
saying-
strike team go and attack an offshoot out in the middle of fuck off nowhere.
Without a force to hold it afterward? Just to confirm?
This is just a test to see if they have multiple individuals that are doing this. Yes.
I mean, fair enough. Poking a hole's poking a hole. You don't necessarily need to defend it if you can raise it.
Correct. Or salt the earth, basically, would be our method.
So, if that's the case, Vashnier Jodak, do you want to take a central attack? Or do you want to go along the east or west side?
If we take it east and the west, we could push into as well. And
Well, we
take
gotta
the
do
other-
one or the other, if you're gonna be near each other like he suggested. If you want to take Fortress 1 and he take Fortress 5, and then you start, and then you stay separate for who knows how long, and just meet up in the middle afterward. That's okay by me, but I don't know if you want to stay separate for that long.
I say
make
you
it
two
totally
take
reinforce
Fortress
each
1
other.
and 2, and then
Yeah,
I'll
and
take
then
Fortress
spread it.
5.
Alright, that sounds good. Doable.
And then are you both attacking the same one, or are you both attacking a different one that's be closest to each of you?
Different
Like-
and close.
So
They're gonna hit
each one the closest one to
Fashir.
them.
Yeah, basically it seems Fashir would hit would hit Fortress 1, Jodak would hit Fortress 2, while I'm hitting Fortress 5 with the strike team, and basically salting the earth.
Well, I didn't think far enough ahead and draw you guys up another battle map, maybe because I remembered how much the other one was used.
It's used very often. And
Don't
referenced all the
lie
time.
to me.
Do you know how often I looked at that map?
It was
And
in your
brought it
own
up.
time. Alright. Okie dokie. Well, in that case, if the large scale things are going that way, I imagine you two, and I'll point over toward Jodak and Vashnir, probably want to get on either your destroyer or one of the transport ships to bring men to reinforce. And then you lot take your personal vessel and just warp over there if you can still do that. Which I imagine, why not?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Arik, but we can't warp without Thaddeus.
I am the only one who's talked to the navigator. I have not taught anyone else to talk to the navigator.
It requires psychic powers to be able to do it effectively. Or, you know, forcibly implementation of is some nasty shit. At least the Illithid designs are, you remember the orc. That just basically became part of the ship.
I have his name somewhere.
Okay, well... Unless you want to swap who goes where, Jodak, could you just drop them off somewhere nearby so that they can stay in contact and go when you guys are ready to go? If it's just you three especially, I'd imagine you can not get noticed.
I don't know how light on her feet. I'm pretty sure that one's in heavy armor.
Yes.
Miss Ina over here is, but Dion and I are decently light.
Well, if you drop in at night and do some finagling, I'm sure you can figure something out for the, what, 1.5 days, maybe, that it takes to get
Dion,
from here to there.
I have passed without trace as well.
I was about to ask it. I love how you're on top of it. The pass without trace will make it immediately easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
I feel like they might notice a random skyship just popping into existence.
That's why I do
Well,
it at
you-
night.
Yeah, you do it tonight, well,
Mhm.
and then at dawn, the three of us will hit the city.
Didn't we just get a warning about traveling through the Sea of Stars? Like yesterday?
The guy at the table will shrug.
Something about it being hostile and that we shouldn't make any jumps unless it's absolutely necessary.
Isn't the Sea of Stars always hostile, though?
Extra hostile and full of crystal lattices for when we jump
Thought it
in
was-
the wrong area, could just get stuck.
I thought it was also something to do with long jumps.
It could have been long jumps.
I thought it was mostly because I doubt we're gonna be in the sea all of what, 5 seconds to go a few miles.
Never know. Distance is
Weird.
an illusion.
Probably weird. If you don't think we should warp, we won't warp. But the three of us need to be there tonight. That way we can actually raid it tomorrow. While y'all are making your way.
We have to give enough time for them to get where they were supposed to be. So that's probably half a day.
And then then we miss the time frame, so warping would be
He'll hold up his messenger pouch. Y'all know how to use these, right?
Yes. And I'll just tap mine.
As you tap it, you feel a piece of paper that you hadn't felt before.
Ooh, paper. I'll read
Hello?
it later.
You bring out the piece of paper.
I
And
said I'll read it later, damn it.
No.
God damn it.
You look
Okay,
at this
bring out
piece
the
of paper, it's got weird black stains like along the outside of it.
What's it say?
You gonna open it up and read it?
Yeah.
It just says in very like weird shaky handwriting, check the bag.
What bag? Which bag? What?
I would
You
assume.
left something for the
I'm gonna
back,
check my
man.
bag of holding.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check my bag of holding.
What you checking it for?
Things that aren't supposed to be there.
How would you determine
Don't
that?
make me dump this. Don't make, because you can open it and punch it through and dump everything out. Don't make me do that. Don't make me do that, please.
Oh, I know.
I don't know what's in here. Hold on. Do I have it written down? What the fuck is in the bag of holding specifically?
Probably not.
I do. Okay. Apparently I have the spider orb. What?
Spider orb?
The adapted
Yeah.
spider orb that changed elements every time you use a different element on it.
We were
That's
gonna do
correct.
something with that,
I'm gonna make my meat suit.
but I.
Alright.
Anyway. I do have food. There it is.
Oh
And
my
it's
God,
not good
James,
anymore.
for the love of God.
No, it's 10 days
Jeez.
rations. It's fine.
It's just a lump of salt with an attitude.
PJ slowly reaches out for it.
It's in the bag of holding. Leave me alone. Fuck.
Gross.
Before I do anything, I'll check the first thing, and which will be the messenger bag to see if anything's in there. Which there won't be,
No,
I'm sure.
that doesn't even work that way.
I am aware.
The bag.
And then I will find a discreet corner and punch the bag through. Not forcibly eject it, but just lightly dump everything out. You can do both.
I'm trying to find where I have given the description for this in the past. But as you are looking through the contents, you do find what appears to be like an old stone dagger of some sort,
Oh, what the fuck?
with
is
some
this?
various glyphs on it that are very reminiscent of the god of death.
Alrighty.
Oh, god damn it. I say that out loud. From my corner.
You good over there?
Define good.
Alright, well, now I'm walking over.
Not dying or making any more deals with gods.
The second part, I don't know.
I've walked over here. What's going on?
Well, while you're walking over, I'm putting the other stuff away into the bag of holding, and I'm just on my lap as I'm sitting in a kneel position is just a stone dagger that Arik explained.
Cool knife?
Yeah, I didn't have this before.
What do you mean you didn't have this before?
I didn't have this before. I did not have this in this bag before. See all the stuff I'm putting away? Like this, and he puts it in the bag. And this poison here, and puts it in the bag. And so on and so forth. Everything that I'm putting in the bag right now, I've had before. It's been in the bag forever.
So this is just a unidentified stone knife.
No, it's not unidentified. See those glyphs right there? That's the god of death.
Yeah, you see, I don't like that.
I do, but don't, but do.
Not my monkey, not my circus.
Not.
This is the issue I'm running into. Yes, I don't know. Do I have? I have that. Do I have that? I do have that. I'm gonna cast Identify on it. Ritually, if possible.
Wasn't able to find the thing, but I remember what it does. Essentially, this weapon's magic plus is equal to your proficiency bonus. Anything that deals radiant damage deals an extra d8. And it counts as God Wars for the purpose of those things. This was someone else's item that has now been passed to you.
Fancy.
Fuck off, Whip. We don't want you here. That's the Whip there. Just gonna call it Death. It's a +4 currently, so +13 to hit. 14 to hit. God damn it. And it does that for damage. No, it does
A d4.
that for damage. D4 +10.
Yeah, but it's just a d4. It knows what it's about.
What the fuck?
Shit.
I'm gonna do you a solid, Arik.
What?
Or maybe not so solid. But I'm gonna use my last scroll of legend lore.
I hate you.
Damn.
This is something that has a backstory.
I know it does.
I hate you. That takes however long, right?
It's a scroll, so it happens immediately.
Well, it's still a 10-minute to cast spell, isn't it?
Well, not for a scroll, I don't
Yes,
think.
with scrolls. Scrolls take the same amount of cast time.
Does it? Okay, I don't remember. Hold on, I got my phone. Give me a second.
But before I go into that fucking shite, what confirms the plan here?
Sounds like you need to go collect the armies so that fast you can lead one going to the first fortress, arbitrarily named 1, and I can lead the other going to fortress 2. Then Pina, Peon, PJ, and Chidori are going to siege or be part of the strike force to attack fortress number 5.
Raise is the proper word you're looking for.
It still involves an attack. He's got it right. Alright, so we'll find the
Casting time
necessary
10.
amount of volunteers. Have them make ready tomorrow morning. You'll get in the ship, drop Jodak off at that one.
Oh my god.
Vashnir, you right on to the next one. Land the ship. And then you attack this place, and this place at around about the same time. Coordinated by your own messenger's pouches.
Minutes.
What'd you say?
Preferably within minutes of each other.
Yep. Coordinated by your messenger's pouches. Diplomat's pouch, that's what they're called. They also send messages. So they are both.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright, I'll tell the boys to get ready. And if you guys are going to go that direction, have at it.
Is something going on over there?
Where's there?
That direction?
Are you meaning toward where you and Vashni are gonna go, or where they're going?
No, I assume what you said. If y'all were going to go over to that direction, something was going on around us.
No, I just
As
meant
in-
if you're gonna go drop them off by the
Okay.
fort so that they can walk up to it whenever you're ready to march.
Yes. Okay. I'm sorry for
Well,
the confusion.
You're fine.
I haven't slept I haven't slept on a bed that's not alive in a little bit, so
So you wanted to wait until morning and then, I guess, have Jodak teleport back and then get on a different transport.
no, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
I mean, this will give us time to go check and see what's going on in the Sea of Stars.
We're doing that tonight anyway, Jodak. And I hope you three, or you two, well, no, you three, I had it right the first time, are fine with camping out instead of sleeping on whatever bed may be available.
That doesn't bother me any.
Not talking to you.
I am a druid.
I'm aware.
He requires 5-star accommodations or he's not going in the woods.
That's not unheard of.
And PJ lives inside of me.
That don't say it like
He has his 5-star accommodation.
that.
He is physically in my arms.
Yes.
I don't.
What do you want me to say?
Are you
Why
cool with
me?
not sleeping in a bed tonight and sleeping on the ground again?
Or on a tree.
I can promise the ground will be less bitey this time.
Probably.
More likely. More than likely.
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently the mosquitoes are real bad around here.
If I'm doing that, literally, I call the softest spot of the ground. You find the
Okay.
softest spot, it's mine.
Just,
You just grow
Hunt-
mushrooms. Like mushroom beds.
you can also just like
I'm not putting
dig up the ground a little bit and it'll become soft.
Well, I didn't ask that.
Sure, you can have the softest part of the ground. Ugh.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I don't really care. I can just. Never mind. I'm not gonna
No,
answer
not
that.
you, per. Because soft grass or soft ground means things have been digging through it. Which means you'll probably be covered in
Bugs.
more bugs than the rest of them.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not gonna argue this point.
I mean, why not just bring rolls with us?
We-
Hello? I'm not gonna be on the ground.
We have. We
Wasn't I
always have-
given a ring
Yeah,
that
that's what I'm
allows me
saying,
to
though.
cast a spell to that guy?
You are asking the wrong person.
You are asking the secondary wrong person.
The
Yeah,
character
I was given a ring. I'm trying to find it in my items. I was given a ring.
I toss
the
things. If
guy.
you don't write them down, they are lost to the void. Unless they're
I'm trying
important, then I will drag them from the void.
I'm trying to find where I put it. I know it's in my notes somewhere. I don't know
Case in
exactly where.
point. Oh, by the way, that dagger does require attunement.
I'm pretty sure it casts like sanctuary.
You didn't hear James, but he just screamed.
Yeah.
That checks out. Wanna have attunement slots over there, bud?
I would like to have more attunement slots. Yes.
Well, go beat up an artificer and steal their sweet gear.
I mean,
It's
I
not
have
their
an
gear.
empty-
It's just their ability.
I got an empty attunement slot.
But I
Don't you have
don't
extra
want.
attunement items that you can use to fill that attunement slot?
Yeah, if only someone had an excess, you know?
You have excess.
I don't have excess.
I know of at least 4 attunement items you have.
Yeah, if I have 5 attunement items, I have 6 slots, motherfucker.
Never mind, I've been corrected. I am
So
sorry.
one of those items gives me more.
I'm just
I
waiting for him
have
to seriously
3.
game the system and start attuning things to PJ.
Like I know I got the ring somewhere. It's in my notes. I
PJ doesn't know the
gotta,
second of a creature from you.
find the notes.
Attunement slots.
Holy shit.
'Cause I
You have
can
9.
attune to it to use it 3 times per day, or have it
You're
not
okay.
attuned and use it 1 time per day.
I was about to say you're saying things and other people were talking over you, so I have no idea what the fuck you said.
Like it was in my notes somewhere. I'm just trying to find it. But it was a ring. You can be attuned to it, and it. I think it was sanctuary, or no. It was a tiny hut. It was a tiny hut. I remember.
We've
I
been
have
at this
Tiny
too
Hut.
long. I do not remember everything I have given everyone.
I
Yeah,
get
I
it
have
because
no
it was
idea.
the guy who summoned. He was one of the guys that planning with the. He told me he's the guy who told me this guy is the one who fucking made the contract and brought the worm thingies here to cold a week. Only the strong survive. And I told him I was gonna take everything from him, but he has nothing for him to take. He doesn't really care about money or nothing. He didn't even care if I destroyed. I think it was it Attic? Was it Attica? My notes somewhere, but I guess I couldn't find it. I don't know if I read it, if it was in my written notes or if it's in my notes that I have. Post.
The Todori has its existential crisis. Everyone, assumedly, eats something. And then I guess you're gonna go fire up the, void ship.
I was gonna give the ring so they can.
I have
Not to
Tiny
worry
Hut.
about
Don't worry about that.
Okay. Well, that's the free use of it too.
Yeah, but Tiny Hut is just free on its own.
Assuming you
Is you-
have the time.
You cast, yeah, but say you cast Tiny Hut, and then you take a long rest, and then the spell slot you use to cast Tiny Hut is back.
Yeah,
Hey, that item right there is really useful if you're not, a 5th level spellcaster.
Yeah, it is. But I'm a 5th level spellcaster.
I know.
Firing up the void ship.
Technically, I'm a 9th level caster.
That's crazy.
Here's a navigator. How have you been?
You get squiddish gibberish.
Nice, nice. Good to hear. Good to hear.
The kids.
I can't get rid of the strength belt because that makes the greatsword useless. Can't get rid of the greatsword because it's the best weapon I have. And that weapon's the weapon I started with. Damn it.
Once everyone is ready and on the ship, I want to send us into the Sea of Stars.
Phew.
So we can get on.
2d12!
Why must you make us roll D12s?
Want me to do it, or do you want to do it?
No. Just why D12s?
When
they're
else
the
do we
best
get to
fucking dice.
roll them?
Level 4.
And
11.
11.
Because the damn D12 is the most aesthetically pleasing dice.
Is. And no
I've
one ever
also
rolls
changed
them.
out. I've also changed out the attunement of, over the course of dinner, of my sword of necrotic damage
Okay,
to the dagger.
okay. Alrighty, so as you warp into this cold ethereal space, the sea, it almost feels like you're on a rock, like a rocky outcropping. You can kind of sort of hear the boat kind of like scraping against something.
Leave navigator, going to the deck and looking overboard. Is there anything where the water should be?
You look down, there is still some quote-unquote water, but there is a lot of that crystal lattice. It's almost solid.
Hey, clicky clicker, stop it.
Is it causing damage to the ship? A. And are you still moving? B.
The ship seems fine. It's very robust. And at the current amount of forward momentum you have, you're not really going anywhere. But that's what the Magitech booster thingies are for.
Rose.
I moved away from it.
Yeah, but you're still being heard.
So because we need to get somewhere, it sounds like we need to fire up those boosters. Something to fire up boosters so you have to get going.
Okay, make a... Do you have, like, piloting provisions?
I did.
Okay, use it.
Shouldn't hear.
At least it wasn't a natural one. 12, 13.
Alright, 13. You hear more of the scree metal noises, but you eventually find a softer bit and continue forward.
We need to reach a certain destination before we pop out of the sea so we can draw them off. It's still the middle of the night, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
So
time doesn't
whenever
really
we-
pass in these things, remember?
Not in Sea of Stars, right?
Yeah.
But we did say we were leaving almost immediately, and I didn't check to make sure it was night before we left.
Yeah, it's nighttime currently. This isn't past your going to sleep time. I think you're just leaving after dinner.
And once we get to where we're dropping them off, or the equivalents of the Sea of Star, we'll just pop out.
It probably takes about an hour-ish, maybe. No, it doesn't. Probably takes about half an hour-ish. And then the navigator informs you that you're where you need to be. And then you shunt. After, turning on the upward thrust and sitting in the sky for a little bit. Because that's how that works.
I don't want to plummet.
I have caught Arik. Missed
Hello?
the word.
That's why I fix it, though.
But I caught it before you fixed it.
Adds 5 enemies to what you're having to deal with.
Oh no, 5 targets for my wolves. Damn.
Oh no, damn. Shame.
Jodak, make a stealth check for the ship.
That's a thing that can be done?
Just roll a piloting check, I guess.
It is now.
I can cast invisibility on objects, right?
Not something as big as the ship.
Bitch, you don't know that.
Just piloting check.
Just roll the die.
19?
Okay. You aren't immediately beset by ballistic. Which
Creature, not
is
object.
nice.
No problem.
Get onto the ground, drop them off.
This ship does not count as a creature, I don't think.
Are you
I mean-
holding the ship? Is it being worn or carried?
Does the ship count as a creature?
Ow.
If the navigator is an intrinsic part of the ship.
The navigator is not the ship.
Intrinsic.
The navigator is a thing that is in the ship, but it is not the ship.
Yeah,
Okay, what about the Flint ship, whose name is
What?
Ship?
but
Because
I
he
have
is the
another
ship.
question.
The organic bits maybe, but the inorganic bits, I guess you could say they're being worn or carried, but it'd be the same as casting it on a kraken. So,
So now I have another thing, right?
Wow.
Since the navigator is intrinsically part of the ship, it is technically being carried by the navigator. Can I cast invisibility on the navigator? And
it's
the
not
ship
technically
invisible?
being carried by the navigator any more than you are carrying the ship when you're riding on it.
Yay. Also, I want my legend, Lord damn it.
Hoping you've
That is
done
the
that.
thing.
Jodak, make another.
Another stealth check?
You land them
Yeah,
there,
do
they
we-
have to start doing stealth check because you gotta find somewhere to sit without being noticed.
Do you have a die preference?
There's gonna be 2d12
D12,
once
go.
you get back and see stars for the sake of random encounters.
Still,
Only you are gonna be in.
Well, him and
You're rolling
the,
both, boy.
he has a skeleton crew.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's just him as a player.
Piloting check. right?
No,
20.
just 2d12 to get back, and then
Ah, just
probably
2d12s?
one of those later. You know how to work
Oh.
back and forth.
I'll save that number for later then.
Yeah.
Unless you want to make me re-roll it.
We'll see. What do you get for your 2d12?
5 and
All right.
3.
Okay. Whenever you pop in this time, the lattice work is just as bad, but you're not in it like you were last time. However, you do see something like... Think of it like... You know whenever a spider cocoons something, and they then become a weird shaped orb of web?
Yeah.
Think of that, except real fucking big, and the crystal lattice instead of spider webs is off to the starboard distance.
That's interesting.
Looking at the
Is it
scale,
moving?
that thing is totally massive. Movement, perception check.
I think you just have to scroll up to look at what my perception was. 27.
You do not see any movement from this thing.
Just be sure you're 27, right?
Yeah.
Cool. I do not want to see whatever made that. So I kind of want to hurry up and get back to the base. And I'll just be looking out for any thin webs or web-like protrusions.
So you're saying you're going to make a piloting check to try to be extra careful on your way back.
Yes.
Luckily, we have a die roll for that already done.
Cool.
Yeah,
Can I just use the old die?
that's what I'm saying.
Yay, it's 27. Sorry, not 27, 26.
You make your way back to the entry point you had just about almost an hour ago. And then you shift back into reality above Iron Keep? Question mark?
Wasn't I keeping Diakov?
No, that's Nightbringer.
Wasn't Iron Keep the mountain one with the wyverns?
I don't know if you named it something. I just mentally remember it as the library. The fact that I'm bad with names transfers to everything you guys name too.
We have too many bases.
That's why I don't actively know what Vashnir's friend's name is. I could make it up, but I think that Medina said something once. I don't remember what he said. Because this is one of the dudes from Medina's Session 0 that rode out with him whenever they got their shit kicked by a bunch of parasited dwarves. But Jodak, you have made it back to the fortress.
Back in the fortress. Fashion didn't go with me then. So, I need to report back to Vashnir.
I don't know if Medina's back yet.
Cool.
Seems like a perfect time.
In which case, I don't need to report back to anyone at all.
No.
And I can just carry on with my day.
Meanwhile,
One night, go to bed.
you go take care of yourself. Meanwhile, the other group, I'm going to need a survival check and a stealth check. I don't care from who.
I'm gonna cast Pass
And-
Without Trace.
We add a +10 to that.
The stealth check specifically.
Yeah. Okay. What the fuck is that? So, a 21 survival.
Darky.
And I'm so glad we have a plus 10 to that.
That's what I'm here for.
23 stealth.
Darky.
Fine.
So you find a ditch, basically, and you settle down for the night. And whilst you're
That's
doing so, you cast your legend lore spell.
I'm back.
Scroll. Yes. Hi, welcome back.
Jodek made it back. You guys are now basically set up for your stuff tomorrow. Meanwhile, the other group is over there, and I'm about to do a cutscene where Tadore looks at this knife he got.
Yeah.
Cigar.
Because Arik made a thing, and I want Arik to experience that
Well,
thing.
this is... Legend lore has been used in the past on fucking sentient items. So it was a little different. So I'm trying to
Yeah, I know.
remember what the spell does on normal items.
I will read it to you. Hold on. I know I have it up right here. Or I had it up. Give me a second. Dude. Name or describe a person, place, or object. The spell brings to your mind a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing you named. The lore might consist of current tales, forgotten stories, or even secret lore that has never been widely known. If the thing you named isn't of legendary importance, you gain no information. The more information you already have about the thing, the more precise and detailed the information you receive is. The information you learn is accurate, but might be couched in figurative language. For example, if you have a mysterious magic axe on hand, the spell might yield this information. Woe to the evildoer whose hand touches the axe, blah blah blah, you get the point. And that's it.
So it sounds like it wants it to be really campy, like as though it were some fucking bard trying to upsell something.
But it also could just not be that. It doesn't have to be that, it's saying.
So just brass tacks information is what I'm gonna give you.
Fine.
What the hell was that
It's-
noise?
Fine. I just said fine.
Okay, your mic like screamed at me.
You peaked.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Essentially you get the idea. This thing was crafted during the God Wars era, whenever they were doing their things. Handed down along champions of Xiphus in a basically unbroken line. Then once that was all finished, it sat in a church for a very long time while a group of devout worshippers watched over it and everyone else there, along with some other relics that you do not currently have access to. Eventually you get the idea that some dark force destroyed and burnt down that church, and it found a new champion to go along with. During the course of this champion's adventure, they perished, and a new wielder took up the blade, only to retire shortly thereafter, sitting in the bag of holding, neglected for however long. Some entity eventually found it and pushed it toward you.
I'm gonna send a message to the bagman saying thank you.
Put it in the diplomat's pouch.
Yeah,
Nothing.
that's the one that
Doesn't
worked.
go anywhere.
That's the one that worked before.
Well, it's the one where you got a thing. Yeah.
Well, I sent a message to him before, and it was through the messenger's pouch. Not badly mistaken.
But you put it in there, nothing happens. Messenger's patch doesn't work across realms, so unless they're not the same, it just doesn't do.
Yeah, I know. But he'll be on the same eventually, and I'll just keep trying. Randomly.
Or just leave it in the bag.
Yeah, basically.
Like the bag, not the pouch, but the bag.
Oh, the bag. Yeah, the bag. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the bag. You're right.
Yeah.
Brain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it in the bag.
Yeah.
Do you want specifics? Thank you, or no?
I don't think that'll really matter too much unless you're gonna go down a weird route.
I want to make friends with the bag man.
Get what you get.
I want to make friends with the bag man.
Then you can write it out then. What's on your message?
Thank you so much for the item. May favor ever shine on you. Full name signature.
Very
Or
well.
why not? I don't care.
Hopefully they're not part hag.
Oh well.
I mean, he communicates through bags and can remotely connect to anyone's bag of holding. It sounds like CAG stuff.
Yes.
So it's the hag back. Hag.
See the thing.
Hag does rap with bag. He's a hag man.
See, the thing is, right? My soul belongs to something else, so it doesn't really matter. I don't own it. I can't give it away, so it doesn't fucking matter.
No, but you just gave him your name.
Sure.
Which
Doesn't
is
matter.
entirely different problem.
Alright.
Nah, it's fine.
You're camping. Vashnir, Jodak, you're sleeping in a bed. It's not the best bed, but it's a bed.
And it's not gonna come alive and eat me?
This time.
Oh,
No.
I love how you rolled for it. Oh, that was beautiful.
that means it's a great bed.
Actually, I rolled a nat one, so it's actually a really bad bed.
Could be worse. Could be a mimic.
That's what
Could be
you
a
were looking
mimic.
for.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm deaf.
I just heard his dice roll, and I'm like, oh, he rolled for it. Okay, got it. We have not run into a mimic this campaign. I just want to state that.
I know!
Don't speak it into existence.
That's not true. I have a mimic.
He's also right.
I have
What?
a little mimic suitcase. He's just chilling.
I'm talking about running into a proper mimic that's trying to
Hostile.
eat us.
Do you want my suitcase to try to eat you?
No.
Then don't complain. I gave you the option.
Every now and then you do just kind of see a food stuff somewhere, and then there's a suitcase and no food stuff.
Yeah.
A little scary.
Fine.
Didn't someone have a
around.
mimic hat?
No.
Is that my imagination?
The other
Yeah.
team had a mimic cloak.
I vaguely remember a helmet. No, that was a
Oh.
different game.
I
Yeah.
have many things, that is.
It's like you have a deck of many things.
Bro is a zoo.
I do not have a deck of many things.
No, you have a deck of many monsters.
I have a deck of summon bullshit.
I was about to say, don't give me the deck of many things. Not again. Let's not. Let me not do that.
You don't.
Yeah, it
want
only
to
ever
have
benefited
many
me.
things.
I mean, I got a castle out of it last time.
Yeah, and I got
Anyway.
an immediate 5-level jump and
The
a
next
follower
day
and-
comes.
Anyway,
Jodak, Vashnir, you get aboard the airship and you travel. Jodak and his retinue are deposited at the keep. It's very ramshackle, but it's there and it's fortified, quotation marks. Vashnir, you continue on and you land at a different keep that actually looks like a freaking keep.
One of us grabbed the destroyer.
If you... No.
I thought that was a
There is
part of the
no
plan.
bringing that up now. Should have done
No,
that
it was brought up.
beforehand.
earlier in the initial
Yeah.
planning that
You
we could
brought
take
it up,
one of the
Eric.
destroyers.
Yeah, I said you can either or that. to, reinforce the thanks. You did not have strong opinion. Destroyer remains on defense duty.
Oh, okay.
Because the ability to say no from the sky is great.
Fantastic.
Tis now the next day proper. Vashnir and Jodak, you headed out pretty early in the morning.
I inform them of when the party wakes up.
You both get a message saying that they're awake.
And ready.
And ready.
Inform when ready.
Ready to go.
In position. Ready for orders.
Alright, is there anything special about Vashnir and Jodak's large-scale troop management that they would like to tell me now? You have...
Vashnir is spearheading a fucking forward assault.
I'm getting on my mount.
That's likely. But each of you have a contingent of wyverns. You have a fair number of, pikemen, short, dwarf, heavy shield guys. And then you have orcish skirmishers for your main thing. That's basically what you got. But you both each have 2 units of foot, one... Basically, you have 2 units of everything I just said.
2 units of pikemen, 2 pierce shield, 2 units of wyverns.
2 units skirmisher, 2 units spear and shield, 2 units flight.
I think it's pretty good, and it's gonna.
Well, he's asking y'all how y'all want to do the taking of the things.
You know that you probably have about 3 hours march each of you to get to your actual destination.
Have my flyers with me up front. I'll be on my wolf. Cause charging through thing. Be nice to have him run us along.
Okay.
Flyers, pikemen, and then skirmishers behind the pikemen.
Alright. Jodak lands.
And a unit of flyers to recon to, find out how prepared.
To give
That's
away your
what it is.
march immediately. Understood.
I don't know how visible they are, especially in the early morning, because they're wyverns.
They're blue wyverns with forks
They're
on them.
blue wyverns?
Yeah.
So they're the color of the sky.
Yeah.
So they could theoretically just hide behind the sky.
But you're sending out cavalry to scout, and then you're assumedly having them draw back.
Yeah. Send out the army led by the shield and spear guys, followed by the skirmisher. What are skirmishers?
Ones that
In your
like to
opinion.
be in the mix. They make great
not-
flankers.
Yeah, that. Skirmishers can also be slightly ranged.
If it's 2 units, should I have them set up on the left and the right? That way they can shoot at ranged on the castle as
Slightly
we're
ranged,
approaching.
not very long.
Well, it sounds
More
like he's
throwing
setting up a
dagger
bit of a
range.
chevron with his
Yeah.
shield guys pushing forward and then trying to then be able to flank once they have him stuck in a thing.
Yeah.
I'm setting up full on as if this is going to be a exaggerated combat.
It likely will be.
hmm
I have another box of cheese.
Alright. So Vashnir, basically it's just in order from fastest to slowest from his end, and Jodek it's front with auxiliary sides.
Yep.
Okie dokie. So, when do you want to send the message to the other team? Which isn't far from the keep that they're supposed to be doing stuff with.
Wait, what's up?
At what point in time do you want to tell the third group to attack? And what attack plan does the third group have after James gets done with his potty break?
Feel like sending a message to the third group would we should do it immediately after we start. Or after we confront our enemy. That way they're not expecting it more than they would not be expecting it in this case. I don't know how far apart they are. That's my problem. How far apart are each of the castles? Fortresses.
Miles.
So from my position, can I see
No.
Fast News? Okay.
But they're not
Okay.
that far away from one another.
Insofar as, like, maybe 15 miles.
So if given like half a day, we could go reinforce each other.
No.
You can make 15 miles in a bit.
About an hour or two.
I don't know how big each unit is for one, or
About
how
50
heavy
men.
the armor there are.
Heaviest
Yes.
armored is the shield ones, obviously. The skirmishers are
Mhm.
moderate. The wyverns are light, technically, but they're also wyverns. They are speed.
They are speed, but sending heavily armored troops at a sprint to run 50 miles.
It's not gonna
No.
be. It's not gonna.
Not
It's
good.
gonna be a minute. Them are
Not gonna
dwarves
take
too.
time.
Hold on, not 50, 15.
Yeah, I said 15.
I thought you said 50.
They are also
15
dwarves. It may
miles
as
are
well
gonna
be
be-
50. They got the stubby
They have
legs.
short, stubby legs. Then they're going to be exhausted by the time they get there.
It's not gonna.
They're
It's,
balls, right?
it's gonna suck.
Mm-hmm.
I sent you a message.
For your dudes there.
Yep.
Blah blah blah. I sent you an answer.
Hey,
Mhm. Mhm.
You said nice and you sent nice in a text. Fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Third group. What are your plans? Just fucking stand outside and say, hey, we're gonna fuck you up. And then you square up, or like, what?
I mean, that was my plan. They don't have to do that with me. Because I can take it. Cast a little healing spell behind me.
I mean,
You
I
can
got no
take it
fucking
for a
reason
bit.
not
I
to,
really
but-
can't argue about that. You will fall,
I can take
but you can take it for a bit.
Eventually. Oh, what's that? You have healers? I'm gonna attach to the most wounded individuals that you
No,
have
no,
and steal their
no.
That's
I
crazy.
Stop
found, I found like
it.
a little battle tracker to use so I can keep
Oh,
up with
you
the
have
numbers.
healers that are in melee
Okay.
with me? Oh, look at that. No, they don't have healing anymore.
Oh.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Stop it.
I'll fucking stand up next to Tadori.
That's
Okay,
gonna
so
make
I
us
get to
easier.
hit each of you with at least 2 or 3 ballista bolts. Excellent.
I mean, you can try.
I will.
No, and
I will try.
you're gonna try. Yeah, no.
Do not underestimate the power of like 50 guys with a sword and determination. That guy there is a problem with his fucking demon bullshit.
And they're dead.
But you're not gods.
Yet.
Alrighty.
Hold on.
Hold on.
I don't. God damn it. I thought I had illusory terrain.
You remember that hill being there before? What you talking about? That one right there. Where the fuck
Well, no,
did
you
that
just
come
basically
from?
say. You just basically say that the terrain in front of the gate and like that whole area looks the same while we're standing in it.
But you'd basically give. It'd be the same as casting an empty alley on an empty alley.
Well, it's not empty if we're in it, is it?
It becomes a not empty alley, but the point is that you. Whatever.
No, I get what you mean. We can make a hallucinatory thing with rabbits jumping through the empty alley. In that instance.
Zerdak Vashnia, you're in place. You are seeing the bolts of your enemies land a little bit farther away than you're standing.
If you have any ranged attackers, they're turning fire.
This is like ballista bolts. You don't have that level
Never
range.
mind. No.
We do have silent image. And it is an illusion spell, isn't it? Sorry, I'll talking out loud.
I just need to get their initial what they're doing. And then I guess they're gonna send a message to you, and then I'll track your initial what you're doing.
That's fine. I'm just. It is, so I cast it.
How heavily armored are the ballistas?
Looking at them over there, they're all manned and like fairly well armored, not like it's orc craft.
Yeah, that's Warcraft, which is why I was asking. I was going to ask if I could just send a unit of wyverns, see us go knock them over.
They're probably gonna get shot at like a lot.
Yeah. That's not a good idea at all.
Ballistas, not known for their anti-air capabilities.
Well, that's mainly because they didn't exactly exist in the same time frame where those were things.
But ballistas also take time to turn
They do.
and re-aim, so the fast-moving wyverns may be able to quickly dodge them.
It's
And
a
they
thing
just
that
have to deal
they're
with the-
capable of doing, but
Yeah.
just saying.
But you're probably going to lose a few. But this is where they shine.
That is a great use for them. I
It
do
is
not
their
want to lose.
best
That is a
use.
great use for them. So that is what.
Well, they really
My
shine at
biggest
going, oh, hey, you have reinforcements? Fuck you.
That's why I'm leaving a unit on standby, watching everyone else.
How far away are they?
We're at, like, battlefield distances. They're hundreds away. They're outside of ballista range away.
Gotcha.
Not if I was a source lock.
That'd still be, like, maybe 1,500-ish.
Yeah, I could reach that with a source lock.
But I think that they're now engaging, so... I know what Jodak's side is doing, which we'll have rolls in a moment. What is... Well, who's doing what next, and what are you doing?
Well, you said those two have got to get set up first.
Well, they wanted to send you a message right before they started. They are now starting.
Okay.
So I can assume that
Well,
somebody sent them a message, right?
This will be the time where we'll be sending a message.
Yeah.
Yes.
I say we don't post up at the front fucking gate because that's a problem waiting to happen.
Ow.
It's crazy.
I mean, I'm sure we could take it, but for only so long. We're more than likely going to be a hell of a lot easier to get in if we just sneak along the sides. Like, I don't know if this place has walls or what, but
I'd assume there's a wall somewhere.
Yes.
but another pass without trace wouldn't go amiss as we can stealthily make our way to the place.
Weird. One group is having a skill challenge, the other two are experiencing large-scale warfare. What's Vashner doing? If you guys are trying to find a stealth route to get closer.
That's what I would do, yeah.
I'm down for it.
He's fine. We're going on the attack.
That's what you told me. Remember, your place is not Jodak's place.
Yeah.
But all the defenses seem about the same-ish. I'd say that probably poor unfortunate Jodak probably has the nicest looking keep in front of him of the three of you. Whereas he came from the worst one. Bad luck. But
Nice.
Oh well.
yeah. It just means you have a better place that you're about to take.
It will soon be mine.
Exactly.
I do want to point out, Eric, we have 15 minutes.
Man, I'm working on it. Just,
Throwing it out there.
gotta go faster than Vashner, what you doing?
Go fast.
Just going in on a charge. Either gotta focus on me or gotta focus on the wyverns. Either way, they're gonna get fucked.
Okay, so just fucking everything is charging, and the charging troops at the front lines are which ones?
Him and the shields,
That he and the wyverns were at front.
please.
Yes, but the wyverns are now they're gonna be up front and going to attack the.
It's basically he's going to spread. From what I understand, right? You're going to spread your the attention of the ballistas to where either they have to shoot this one or they have to shoot you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's you and the skirmishers on ground charging, or you and the shield guys on ground moving up? Because they're a little slower. They really don't have fast as a speed.
I guess I'm gonna go with the faster units.
Alright,
So we kind of somewhat match the speed of the wyverns.
the defensive line is on the way. It's loud as hell.
What?
Next music that queued up. That or I bumped the knob on my headphones, which I'll never know if I do because it doesn't have anything to tell me how loud it is. It's just a
No,
blank
but-
circle.
It was louder than the last song was.
It was very loud.
But okay. Jodak, give me 2d6. Vashner, give me 2d6. Other team, pick somebody, give me a stealth check.
I'll roll it.
Also, how many charges do we have at the moment?
That is not a resource I keep
Oh.
track of.
Gotcha.
Oh, because we were just in a combat and never used them. Yeah.
You want the total or the number of each one?
Just give me 2d6 and give me your total.
6.
Alright?
5.
Okay.
30 on the stealth.
Alrighty. Small group, you do not seem to be noticed. Vashner, you are charging forward. You see some wyverns fall in front of you. And then Jodak, much the same, only a little worse. Next up. That said, both of your wyvern units are now at the spot to be able to harry the people on top of the walls.
But didn't Jodak keep one of his wyvern units back, and then
Yes.
the other unit was up front? Okay, that's what I thought.
That's why there were more casualties on his end, because they weren't spreading their attention as much.
Fair.
What's the group of three doing? You've managed to stealth up alongside the castle walls. By castle walls, I mean this orc make fucking fence.
Is there large gaps in between this fucking orc make fence, as you put it?
They're not that bad. But that said, if you try really hard, you can probably break it.
I can't stealthily break it, is the problem.
No.
Oh, over it's gonna have to be the thing to do. And I do have rope. I actually got all the things I need. So I'm gonna try to pick a portion of the wall that has like the least amount of orc boys on it,
Alright.
and I'm gonna try to throw a rope and scale the wall.
Alrighty then.
Because I can break it, but I can't break it quietly.
I'm going to keep in mind your stealth check from last time, and then count this as an athletics check from all of you, basically. What's Jodak doing?
We're at the point. Did you say we're at the point where all our units are essentially at the wall?
Well, your wyverns are. You held the rest of your troops back.
Yeah, my wyverns at the wall. My wyverns are Sorry, to elaborate, I was just sending the wyverns ahead of everyone else to attack the ballistas, while the rest of the troops were marching forward at their steady pace.
Okay.
Currently, if some of my wyverns are at the wall, they're going to commence their attack on the ballistas.
Alright. Over in Vashnir land.
Where are we at now?
Your wyverns have made it. Your skirmishers are basically at the gate. And your defensive line is a bit farther behind you. But they're on the way.
List is still firing.
Yes.
Alright, activating stone, flying up. Dropping 10 of the boys.
Alright, that makes a difference. So, Vashnir, I need you to roll 2d6, Jodak 2d6, and then athletics check from the other.
I have an
You know
unnatural
that 10 I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, you're popping your tier 4, because fuck these guys.
Yep, and then I'm just gonna immediately cut off my form. Because I just need to get the guys up there.
Can't do that.
Oh, they stay active with the form?
Yes, whenever you activate the form, you are stuck in it until it is over.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I got a 10.
Alright. Jodak?
Sorry, I have a 9.
Okie dokie. And that's
Unnatural
just
20 on my
wyvern
athletics.
attacking, right? Basically. Well, getting the rest of your guys up there.
That's why I was attacking, and the rest of the guys moving forward.
Yep, yep. What athletics did Peon and Ina get? Everyone must roll one die at least.
You're making us roll dice in this dice for me.
Shut up, you.
How dare
25.
Your athletics is a lot better than I thought it was.
I have a +7.
You are ready to go.
I got a +8, but
I rolled an
that's
18.
only because
Yeah, but you're not
that's
Peon.
only- I have a fucking strength belt, so
What's about
you're muted,
Ina?
by the way, Rose. She's got a higher plus than all of us.
My
Sure.
problem is that I literally had my dice bag at the beginning of the fucking session. Now I can't fucking find it.
Alright. Well, we'll circle back to you guys. Either way, you guys are gonna get over the wall. Meanwhile,
He's at least got a +8.
Vashnir, you doing your shit. Very scary. Assuming
Oh
you're
my
still
God,
doing
I
that, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, I didn't know if you
hot.
wanted to rescind it because you didn't know that you'd be stuck in it for
Oh no,
4
that's
rounds.
fine. That just means I'm just gonna start lancing the fuck out of everything in my way.
Yeah. And you very much do, as you and 10 fucking ice clones of you are just ripping shit.
I'm so fucking
That is-
sorry.
Yeah, his tier 4 is 10 of him.
All right.
You see some of the people screaming and running, but that top line is very quickly taken over between you and the fucking wyverns. And then
Between
you
ice clones and then ice spears getting chucked everywhere.
yeah. And then you probably run over to that, make the gate go down place and start to lower it for you guys. Jodak, your primary force is now at the bottom. Your wyverns are fighting along the top. It looks like they're winning, but they aren't done yet. Nobody's been able to dismount and head over toward the actual gate opener at the moment. Meanwhile, the other group, whatever Ina's thing,
Roll an 18.
yeah, you all get over the fence. It takes a minute, and since you rolled so goddamn well on your stealth the last time, nobody seems to know quite where you are yet. It does seem that people inside are on edge.
Good.
So the
Be
first
scared.
ballista encampment is going to be very easy to take because they're not going to know we're here.
Well, hold on.
But the other ones,
You went
aren't
up
gonna
along
be.
the side. The ballista thing is very well guarded. Like, there are people manning that at all times. You probably went up over on one of the sides where that isn't really the case.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, I want to make our way over to one,
Okay.
kill it, and move to the next.
Okay.
Before we get seen.
I got you. Their screams of anguish probably will reveal your presence.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It won't be easy to stealth again.
Jodak Land, your people are fighting. You're not currently
are
having
fighting.
ballistas raining down upon you, which is nice. But the
That's
doors
good.
aren't quite open yet.
Are Alyssa's able to turn around, aim inside? By any chance?
Some of them probably are.
Of the ballistas have been taken over, assuming that they have taken over some, I would have some of the Wyvern troops dismount to try to turn their ballistas inside,
Okay.
while the remaining of the troops that's outside are attempting to get in. I will also be
Well, you
attempting to
also
get in.
have your other unit of wyverns.
I do have another unit of Wyverns. I just don't know what to use them for yet.
Could probably just have them open the door.
Could I just have them go open the door?
Yeah.
That's a good thing to use them for. I'll just have them go open the door. I was just gonna go follow the path of Vashnir and activate my stone and go be super scary.
Well, he's blowing all his resources in the start here.
And I'll save mine for later.
Alright.
But yeah, Wyverns go open the door. Rest of the units pick off whoever they can if they have any ranged options.
Yep, you're trying to establish a new defensive line in their defensive line. Vashnir, meanwhile,
Hey, the resources will come back. And then we'll back.
what you doing?
Leaving my way through.
Alright, general combat through any particular plan or just fucking slaughter?
If they drop their weapon, they're fine. If they don't, they're dead.
Alright, so just...
And instead of dropping the gate, we're just gonna break the chains, have that motherfucker just drop open.
Alright, you do that, and then you just let the skirmishers and yourself fucking go. You see some people... Well, no, well, you still gotta roll for it. They might... lose. Okay.
86 or...
Yep, 2 to 6.
Ow.
He should have advantage. He has 10 of him.
That's
And him.
being it. Trust me. I know.
Hey, I'm just trying to prove a point.
Yeah, it's fit here.
Heard. Don't worry. Heard.
What's your 2d6?
10.
Okay. Plus your extra bullshit. So, yeah, you're fucking cleaving. You hear a clunk, clunk as the gate just falls inward, and your guys go in and just start chopping. Meanwhile, Jodak, what's your 2d6?
I don't think they're getting much of the chopping in. I don't think the rest of them are getting much in.
11.
You gotta understand numbers here. He's just had 100, 200 guys run inside, and then his defensive guys are at the back here.
Yeah, no,
For
I
the other
get
100.
it. I get it, but
What are you, 2d6? 2d6?
11.
11. Okie dokie. Yeah, they get the fucking door open. You hear ballistas ring out along the top as people are screaming down below. The gate opens and you just see the inside is a mess of their own ballista bolts.
Good job, then. Good job.
By now, Vashnu, your form would have dropped because combat time.
Fine. My men still stand.
Remember what resources you spent and keep them spent. Okay?
It was the
You spent a fourth, and I think you spent a third for your spears.
yes, but my fourth stays.
I know.
That's why I used them.
Yeah.
Gives me a good plan.
And now continuing onward, the other group, you're now on the inside, and you are going to just fucking assassinate the first ballista crew you come across.
yes, sir.
I didn't know if any of them took any damage.
If any of what?
If any of them took any damage.
Who's them?
The 10.
Your ice guys? Don't worry about it.
Catch it.
Okay, so then, I would like you two to just roll 2d6 because I'm not gonna run a tiny initiative right now. Caleb gave me a time warning, so I'm in a hurry. Whoever claims leadership, which at this point in time seems to be Tadori, thank you very much. Yeah, no, those boys they never saw it coming. Okay, what's your next move?
Again, taking out every ballista encampment, so I don't want them turning around and firing inside.
Okay, so
I do not want to be harried. I have been shot by a ballista more times in this fucking campaign than I care to mention. It's not happening again.
the shots will continue.
I'm not getting shot again.
Ah. Jodek.
Sending my men inside. Having one of the wyvern groups patrol the outside, looking for any stragglers or reinforcements or people leaving. Trying to
Okay.
leave the
So they are on hunt and kill mode, and the rest of them are just fucking lay waste. Understood.
Lay waste invading. Yep.
Vashnu,
For people of interest.
Yes.
what you got? What you want to do?
What is it? Are we taking the fort?
You seem to be taking the fort. Most of the resistance on the outside here has been squashed.
Those who have laid down their weapons are taken, and they shall be prisoners of war.
Yes, of course.
Round them up.
Well, they're not done yet. There's still more guys on the inside that are coming out.
Oh,
But everybody that was in like the courtyard and stuff is dead in some various horrific way or surrendered.
surround the exits to where when they come out they shall be dealt with, and then I'm gonna go through the back way. So it's gonna force them out, or either they lay down their arms, or they're stuck in there with me.
Okay, you're holding and pushing forward. Understood.
Mhm.
Alrighty then. So 2d6 from Veshnir.
I forgot the movement's called, but they use it in when they clear buildings.
Breach and clear.
something similar, but it's like when you know they're gonna like run out the bottom, you come in from the top, you have guys waiting at the bottom, so when they run out, if they surrender or you get mowed down. That's 10.
They get the screw. Okay, 10 from Vashnir as you are just mowing them down and preventing escape. Jodak, what are your 2Ds?
I have 12.
Alrighty. You are preventing escape as you see that they have opened up a back entrance and some of them are trying to sneak out. There's just a wyvern that just swoops down, and that's all I'm going to say there. And then for the inside there is skirmishers taking over things, more people on the ballistas, just any available pot shot. Whatever's remaining is barricaded inside that main fortress and probably not liking how things are going right now. Other team, 2d6, just give me them.
Me?
Yeah.
Me.
Nine. Between the three of you. Run over, take out more of the ballista stations. You do, however, get noticed at this. But most of them are taken out. As you turn your attention inward. What's your next move? Team of 3.
With the largest of the large groupings of ballistas taken out, and very, very few remaining, I want to basically bum rush the main fortress keep
Okay.
as quickly as possible, and keep an eye out for any wizardy type that's gonna fuck with my plan of doing this.
And the other two amongst, do you agree?
That's also you, Rose.
I'm going
you
to
are talking,
assume
you are
they
muted.
say yes. Ouch.
Rose!
Yeah, I was reaching for it. Give me a goddamn second. What the
Stop
fuck?
muting yourself.
That's happening there. Assuming you're going along with Tadori's charge. And then, over to Jodak. What you doing?
Same before looking for what's the word? Stragglers?
Boxing them in and then...
Boxing them in. Giving them a surrender message. Essentially giving them the option to surrender. I don't want to word it, but I will.
Basically you're sealing them inside their own keep. And anytime anybody peeks out, it's just an immediate either ballista or wyvern grab.
Yeah.
Vashnir.
Preparing a unit to go in if they do not
Yep.
decide to surrender. Yeah.
Vashnir, you are basically nearing the end here because you hit them really fucking hard with your magic. And then the world gets wavy. And then you're about 40 feet in the air. Exactly where you were whenever you activated your powers the first time. Except your powers aren't active. And you plummet to the ground. Their fortress looks pristine, untouched from anything you've done. And very, very quickly, they have additional defenders up on the walls and ballistas turning toward your men at the bottom.
I can tell I'm out of charges, right?
Yes.
How far away are the ballistas closest to me?
That same
only
40 feet on the wall.
Oh, did I fall on top of the wall? Like I'm on the
No,
wall
you
now?
fell in front of the gate.
Alright, I order my Are my men returned? The ones that were the wyverns that fell?
Everyone's exactly where they were at the moment
Alright.
when you flew up there.
Have the wyverns target the ballistas?
That's what they are currently trying to do, except now they have additional defenders to worry about. And they're not particularly good against long pikes and shields.
Bad time. Uh-oh.
Call them off.
Call a retreat.
Is there any, like, opening beside the gates?
Everything's closed as to what it was before. Going through the area, you know that there's basically just the big main gate. And then some other little ancillary things, but nothing you can push your fighting force through like you did the first time.
So the men that was pushing out earlier, they were coming out through the main gate?
Yeah, you basically remember you severed the chains on the main gate, and then you had everybody rush in.
Do remember, this is just a poke. We're not trying to actually take it.
But he
This
would
is
like
just
to.
to see if this is actually
Maybe
what's
they
happening.
can't do it twice.
Maybe.
Call the
Can't
wyvern.
do it twice either, which also is very telling.
I'm gonna call a wyvern to come grab me and throw me on top.
Okay, but are you having them continue their wall top assault, and then you're just adding yourself to them, or
Have the wyverns pick up some men who can fight off the pikemen.
basically,
They're
are you
gonna-
calling
they're
a
gonna
unit
school them.
off the attack?
Instead
Or
of
not.
attacking all around the, instead of telling the spread out and attack the entirety of the wall, have them attack a corner of it. Have the wyverns come back around, grab men.
Okay, so
Have
you're
the
sending.
fighter of men.
So you're sending one unit to grab additional people to drop off skirmishers, probably.
Yeah, the
And
ones that are
then
closest. We're gonna attack the corner of the wall, so there's not as many ballistas firing that way. If they can fly low enough to where they're out of range of the other ones, drop the man off there. We're gonna take this side of the wall and push forward to the other side.
so you're having them concentrate and grab additional forces, basically. Okay. Roll your 2d6.
I'm gonna sprout tendrils.
Well, you're not going to get up there in time for you to be able to do much.
That's my thing.
This action
I
is...
have my own.
He had it first. No, he didn't. But he used his first.
No, he
Have it
didn't.
first. I did. He just used his first.
I love that. No, he didn't, but shut up.
You got a 10?
Yep.
Okay. You do take some pretty heavy wyvern casualties from the force that you still have at the top there. It looks like that unit is now at half strength. Wherever it is you're keeping track of this, note that down. I'm also keeping track of things, but you know.
Help.
Yep. Ah! Fucking clipper.
Alright,
But head.
so that was Vashnir's roll there. Jodak, you're basically closing them
Dropping
in
everything.
at this point in time. So I guess it would be just a general intimidation roll. Whatever's about to go funky with you is about to go happen next time, if in fact it does. So you can roll 2d6, but I don't know how much it matters. Because you basically already
Do I still do the intimidation roll or?
Yeah.
As soon as I get some breathing room, I'm gonna send the
just pass out
message saying they've done it.
Whenever we get back to your turn.
I have 8.
Or actually, no, you probably
2d6.
scroll that really fucking quickly whenever you're riding up to the top of the wall.
Yep. Just
Event happened basically while he's falling.
give them like a short little rundown. Time happened.
Yeah, event happened basically.
Well, yeah, but it is more than just that. Event happened and they found a counter to what exactly I just did.
And then Jodak, you.
I have 8 for 2d6.
Yep.
And roll a natural 20 for the intimidation roll.
Well, I didn't tell you to roll that, but you feel like you're really
Right.
scared.
I asked, do you still want me to roll the intimidation roll?
Well, I thought you meant as a 2d6.
Intimidation
Oh my God,
is
Tactical action. Well, so is hitting something. Other team,
It's,
you're fucking charging
Blowing
2d6.
my wasted
Has- has it been an hour?
Sense?
Activation of passive up trace.
No.
Can we roll a stealth roll to make our way up to that stealthily?
You said
It
you
can
were
be at disadvantage
charging,
if you like.
and they already know where you are.
Fair.
Yeah, that ran off whenever you were, stabbed the
That's
guy and
fine.
he went, ah, and then someone else went, ah.
I just wanted to utilize passive up trace one more time because it's not very often we get to use it.
Get it, but no. So you're just fighting your way up the courtyard. That's 2d6 because large scale.
That's fine. $11 again. Whoa.
All right, you are winning. You all accrue individually 30 damage. Because you're alone.
This is fine. We heal easily. I do apologize, but each of you have a tendril for the purposes of healing.
Okay, then due to that, the final number that you would have is about 5 damage.
We've all taken about 5 damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're the one I would take the longest to have to kill because
Hi.
fucking Damon Prince over here.
Yay. Hi.
But okay,
We all took 5 damage instead of 30.
yes. So, what is your next
figures
move, group of 3?
Have we made it to the thing yet?
You're in the courtyard fighting people.
How many people? And how big an area are they circled in?
Like a lot and pretty big.
15-foot radius, so 30-foot diameter, you think?
Greater than that, just say what you're doing.
I can empty out a 30-foot radius.
You're
I
gonna
activate
use your
my
scary
stone.
demon ability. No, are you activating your stone?
I can activate my stone or use my scary demon abilities.
What are you doing? You tell me.
I don't understand my scary demon abilities as much.
What do you mean? It's just a fucking breath attack equivalency.
I have a breath attack. Hold on.
That's what that is! Look at it! It's a goddamn cone for a high save with a lot of damage.
Oh my god, yeah, you're right, it is!
That's crazy.
I am gonna do a 60-foot cone!
Okay,
You're right!
you're gross. This will be 2d6 in a
Yeah.
minute.
That's fine.
Jodak, the world warps. You are back below the gates, and your one unit of wyverns that were in charge of doing what they were in charge of doing is now fucking beset.
Say it again.
Your one group of wyverns that you sent in front of everything else is in trouble. As everything got sent back to before you got the gate down. And it's just that one group at the front there. The same ones that you tried to have take stations and then shoot inward. They now find those stations with reinforcements.
Yeah, I don't necessarily like that. There appear to be a place that the thing came from. The source of the whatever warp. Or was it just all around us all at once?
You didn't see it, and everything that went warpy is the affected area. So it was all around you.
Ow, my leg.
How far are we from the state now? Are we just like right on it? Before us?
This is after your first turn, so I think that you were keeping pace with the shield guys, so you're on the way there, like almost there.
Right. I need to send the other group of wyverns to reinforce them. That's what I'm going to do, and speed the pace for everyone else. If I could rush in and he'll help, that'd also be great.
All right.
But I'm speeding up the pace and sending in the other group of wyverns to go tow them out. Make them start
Alrighty.
doing suicide runs, going in out of range.
Did I forget to have... Okay, the last thing Vashnu did was he said he's charging, right? Or... I forget.
We're having the units drop. We're attacking one corner of the fort.
Did I already have you roll
Pushing-
for that?
Yeah, I rolled a 10 on that. He said
Okay.
some of my wyverns. I lost half the wyverns.
So then you
Yeah,
still have a
sure.
turn. Gotcha. So then it is now Vashnir again. You are up at the wall with your wyvern forces, but there's a lot of people up here that weren't here the first time.
Okay, I got my tendrils out and the
So time to just fucking fight.
yeah, because I got some of the skirmisher boys with me, so I'm fighting there, protecting,
Understood.
fighting alongside them.
That'll be 2d6.
All right. I got my tendrils out. I don't know if that makes a difference or not.
It does.
Okay. That is a 9.
It's just one of those invisible numbers that I'm not adding to the thing. Like when an artificer says, I want to learn about magic item as compared to a fighter. A 20 is not always a 20. They're not all equal. But alright. You are going into combat. Meanwhile, sadly, at the other end of the wall behind you, most of the skirmishes are okay, but they finish off the weakened group of wyverns.
Weapons are out.
You're now down to 1. Jodak.
I don't know if it's gonna make a difference, but I'm at Bartimus.
Yeah, I mean, he's there. He's your mount. He's just a dog, right? So it's just skirmisher.
Demon dog, is he not?
Yeah, but like still. He's light combat, not fucking wyvern.
Yeah, but I need a little more speed so I can get across and start just.
I got you.
not release
I got
this
you.
stuff.
Demon telehound that can bark things to
Now that's yours. Jodak, 2d6. Give me a.
2d6, sorry. 1d6 just appeared. Where'd it go?
You need those.
You
Find the
need
cubes.
that. It's at the start of my turns where I see if I get that back right.
I think so.
I just don't remember how legendary rules work. I'm gonna roll it preemptively. Ooh,
That
look at
is
that.
what you got.
7.
7. Alrighty. And you're just on the ground still. You're having your wyverns fight as much as they can, right?
Iron fight as much as they can. Once I get close enough, I'm actively activating my stone and going at it.
Okay, the activating stone and going at it does make a difference. So instead of what was about to happen, instead
Sounds
you
like
also
appropriate.
lose half of one of the wyverns. Wyvern squads.
just consolidate. You'll be fine.
However, you are now actively in the mix. Strike force. 2d6.
Well, my thing came back, just as a for instance,
Okay.
and I rolled a 9.
Is it 9?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You all accrue, you're doing your health bullshit, 5 more damage. These would be much larger numbers, but somebody regens 50 a turn.
That's crazy.
Somebody's upset.
Thank you, Caleb, for your passive regeneration.
So,
Your passive regeneration is what's making us only take.
Your passive
5
regeneration is what's making you only
My-
take 5.
I don't have
passive.
passive regeneration.
You do, you're in the sunlight.
Passive? I have passive. Yeah, you are in the
Oh.
sunlight, so you're passive too. I do have a passive. Oh my god, I keep forgetting my own
Dude.
abilities.
It's so
I
large.
don't have that one written down, okay?
That's like the
Yes.
primary thing.
10
I don't remember you
HP.
saying that. I have 50 currently. Where the fuck is that?
Okay, what's your next step, Strike Force?
If we can enter the keep, I want to enter the keep and get to a major portion of the keep. I'm gonna say to them, if you can start from the bottom and work your way up, that'd be great. No, I can't leave them behind because they'll take damage. Fuck. And I can't take them with me. Fuck.
Why can't you?
this keep? Eric,
Why
how big
can't
is
you
this keep?
take us with you?
Sizable.
I don't know
You're
if I
asking me
can.
to describe a fucking
I mean,
building.
how is it like 3 stories, 4 stories, 10 stories? I don't know.
It's probably individually a 3-story building with an active roof.
Okay.
With various crenellations dotted about it to be able to see over the walls.
We can. I was thinking we can start at the top and work our way down as well. I
I have no preference.
don't like fighting this big battle in the courtyard. Eventually, it's going to be a problem.
I just need to roll a little better, then I can do more than 5.
I mean, we're
Um,
surrounded in this courtyard, right?
It's, yeah.
more or less, but I can stop that from happening.
I can also stop that from happening.
Yeah, I know. But I want you to use your abilities as little as possible because if we do get reset, I want them to be surprised.
Fair enough.
But I say I'm gonna basically grab these two in. Well, I'm an amalgamation, I guess. I don't think I have to turn into a specific creature. I can just do things, right?
Depends on the thing.
I want to grab them with an extra set of arms and then grow wings and fly up
You can do all those things.
to the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do.
So then you are one consolidated target at that point in time. You don't get to roll. I do. Hooray. I rolled not garbage. Taking into account your regen. Grumpy face.
Which is 60, not 50.
I know. Still shooting the shit out of you though. Take a lasting 20 damage.
Oh no.
Because I rolled not garbage.
We're up to the 30 you would have given us earlier.
You're a prick.
Jodak, you are flying magically, helping your men.
Sorry. The men are still going about what they were doing previously, trying to take out people at the ballistas.
They're not doing too great, but yeah,
know.
they're there.
But I have a magical slowing and blind aura that blinds and slows anyone who enters the aura.
Yep.
And I can fly. So I can just fly between all the ballistas.
So
And
then you
blind
are
anyone who's
shoring up their
targeted.
attack.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Roll that 2d6.
Round troops are still going, and
Well, they're
And
going
with
to
the
be
wall.
standing at the gate waiting for it to fall down.
yep. 10.
Okie dokie. Yeah, that makes a difference. As you manage to fight back to where things are on your side more. However, your thing does time out.
My
Stone.
stun. Cool. Got it.
Guess these aren't turns
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
None of us have activated the stones on our end yet, so we're good.
Correct. Vashnir,
Yep.
you're up at the wall. Fighting.
I have timed out like on the inside of the door.
Yeah, you're timed out
On the
on...
inside of the gate.
Yeah, and, you want to stop down there, sure. But
Yeah.
I was just timing you out up on the wall with your guys, so that way you're not target numero only.
You're right. That's fair. It's better.
I think something messed with all these volumes I set in Roll20.
Potentially.
These things are smacking me really loud when they shouldn't be.
Each song that newly starts, just it's like you reset the volume for each one that
Yeah.
when it newly starts.
And
then you lower that
Roll20
down.
messed with a lot of things that I noticed when I opened it up.
It's fine.
It
Okay,
didn't
so you're
delete my
timing
sheet.
out there at the top of the
Unhappy.
wall. Gotcha. You do, however, seem like you're winning now, which is better. Better than it was, anyway. Alright, over to Vashnir. You're also skirmishing on top of the wall. You have more people, though. What you got?
Making
what you got.
my way across, taking them out. We're gonna get this. When we get to the drop doors, have some of the people that skirmish and drop the.
Priority gate. Alright. 2d6.
I'm gonna. Their priority is the gate. I'm gonna keep sweeping across.
Well,
clear the top.
I'm assuming you're buying them space and time.
Yeah.
2d6.
All right. That's an 11.
Alright. Since last time you just legit broke the fucking chains, your guys are able to get into the proper housing area, and they managed to crack the gate open. The proper way. And by and large, you're kind of stalemating as far as like combat goes there, but now you have the gate open, which is very good for you. Back to the strike force. You're flying to the top of the keep.
Shouldn't be very long.
It doesn't take very long. You make it to the top of the keep.
Work my way down. If I have to knock a hole in the fucking roof.
Are you gonna knock a hole in the roof, or are you gonna start fighting downward?
If... Ooh. I'm gonna knock a hole in the roof.
Okay, how?
Dude, where is it? There was a thing here. I had it. Oh, there's my fucking... I'm stupid. With my... As a bonus action teleport, can I take people with me? Or is it just person with me? Or nobody with me?
Find your fucking shit. Blah 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 blah. At your tier 4, I don't
know
need
if that was stipulated.
I don't remember when I sent this.
Don't worry about it. Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I don't have anything that can just break immediately. I don't have like a hammer or anything. I just have a greatsword. So I guess the best thing to do would just be to fight the way down, because I don't have the ability to break in
If I am wrong, I am
Without-
wrong, but it is very likely that it is just a personal teleport.
Yeah, I think so. It would make sense because it's a bonus action, and being able to take somebody with you as a bonus action, 120 fucking feet is ridiculous. So I'll just say we fight our way down instead, because yeah, I could Garistro hand punch it a hole in the roof, but I don't know how effective that's going to be and if it will take time. Well, yes!
12 is good. Your party takes 5 damage. Take that. Ha ha ha.
Only 110 to go for me.
I'm gonna get there. Just you wait.
Yeah, but not today.
No.
Okie dokie.
I'm just trying to go to bed, man.
Man,
I know.
this is the thing. Jodak. Going to you next.
Dude, I'm currently on top of the walls. My wyverns are taking out the ballistas. Obviously, like before, I'm having most of them. Some of them take over ballistas, turn them inwards. The rest of them is then you go open the gate.
We're gonna get
The guys on the
much
ground are
easier.
like before, sniping out, taking out whoever they can see right now.
Yep. What'd you say, James?
But I was just saying to myself, basically, this is gonna get much easier when we get in the stairwell.
Because it limits the amount of things I can hit you with at a time. You're right.
Oh, what's that? It's only a 2-person stairwell. Well, look at that. There's only 2 people in front of me.
Oh my
Alright.
god, would you look at that? Every step on the stair was a mimic.
You're once again turning the ballista inward, and you are doing the thing with the gate. 2d6.
I am also sending a quarter of a unit, I guess, of wyverns to be on Overwatch, search and destroy, like before.
Okay.
Yeah. 6. 8.
8.
I
Alright.
rolled double 4s. Can I re-roll?
No.
Monopoly rules.
Now here's the terrible thing. As you are firing your ballista back at the main courtyard, you see the bolts stop midair.
Oh.
Huh.
Oh.
Huh.
And then you see them very quickly travel directly backward to where they came from.
Important question.
What?
Is there anything intelligent in that area where they just seem to stop?
You see some people on the ground looking upward, but they've been doing that for the last, 30 seconds.
Mhm.
But as these bolts fly backward and collide violently with the thing that sent them, I'm afraid you do lose the other half of that one wounded wyvern squad. Say that 5 times fast.
No.
As shrapnel from these devices just shatters their various bones and skins.
And only 1 Wyvern squad.
That's upsetting.
I got 1 left. Exactly 1 wyvern.
So does
Love
he.
to. It's like they're kind of easy to lose. But already.
May door open for the rest of the units.
The other guys that you have down there, you look and they just are stuck. Like they're mid, crank, but they're not cranking.
Mm-hmm.
I got arthritis on the wrist.
Can I send myself to go help them?
Do you go where they are?
Yes.
Okay. Vashnir, your turn. As Jarodak hops on the thing and starts helping the other boys get this thing unwound.
How's my door looking?
They continue to wind. It will be... It's open enough now to where people can start rushing inside.
Alright. Continue to cleave my... If there's still, the list is there, I'm still continuing to cleave my way across.
Mhm.
More men we get inside, the better.
What you got?
Nope.
So just trying to, like, continue and make sure that the top is all nice and clean, and then just have people charge bottom. Alright. 2d6.
That is... That's 9.
Alrighty. Okay, you continue cleaving across the top. However, as you look down, the first wave of skirmishers that go in, something happens in the courtyard, and it suddenly erupts in flames. You lose one squad of skirmishers.
That's new.
Strike force.
Is there any that survived that at all?
The squad is essentially 50 guys are dead. You still have 150 people that are coming inside, along with the 50
Now, what the hell was that?
There go boom!
Explosion or...
It looked like there was some sort of a rune that you saw a flash of red and then just... Strike force.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, pushing our way down.
Okay. Just fucking violence. 2d6.
Not so great. 7.
7.
Is there...
Okay. As you near the actual, like, inner sanctum of this place, you start to run into some distinctly more tough boys. Everyone accrues, even with all of your region, 30 damage.
Okay.
But as you are doing that, you look inside and you can see a human in a black and green uniform. It's not Imperial, but it does have the things that you would say that's a uniform. That is looking in that direction, more than a bit perturbed, and reading from a book.
So my breath weapon came back. I'm gonna breath weapon his ass.
Now your action was spent getting down here.
Damn it. Damn it. Okay, so when it comes around to my turn again, I'm breath weaponing that room.
I'll keep it in mind.
Breath weapon that motherfucker.
Check. That's all you got.
No, I know. I'm just thinking now.
This door needs to be open. So the door's gonna be opened.
I need you to very quickly roll 4 instances of 2d6 for me.
Okay. Like 2d6 each time?
Yep.
And like just 4 times?
Yep.
Okay. Nine, 11, 7, and 9.
Okay. Not as bad as it could have been. You get the gates open, but by the time you turn around and take a step back, outside of the people directly next to you, your wyverns have all fallen. There is a dead unit of shields outside, and your skirmishers are also down to half of a singular unit.
Wait. I've lost.
It looks like a lot of things just happened way quicker than they should have for you.
So I'm down to a single unit of shields
And half a unit of skirmishers.
and
But the
half a
gate
unit
is
of
open.
skirmishers. All of which were outside of the gate in the first place.
Yes. It looks like they took the wall above you, and then they just rained hell.
Ah. Okay.
That said, you probably fought enough to where if you wanted to, you could reactivate your thing and just go fucking nuclear if you wanted to.
I am doing that.
Alright.
You know, I'm gonna do exactly that.
You probably only have a round or two in it, but that's enough to get a scary ability off. What you doing?
I thought I was gonna use my tier 4. Just try to cause some instability in the walls of the keep.
Okay, and that's a bunch of fucking latch-on bombs, right?
Yeah.
So you're trying to down the keep?
Just down the keep itself.
I see. Alright,
Raise that motherfucker.
roll 2d6. As your plan is make them pay.
I have 9.
Understood. Alrighty then, Vashnir.
Yep.
What you got? You got your men burning underneath you, but what else you got?
Tell me what you got.
Starts dancing.
Alright, so I got the list is cleared.
Has he fought enough to recharge his stone?
He's for a couple rounds. Surely, yeah.
Okay.
Does the have I got the
Just wanted
list
to be
cleared
sure.
yet?
Yes, the ballistas were cleared right as you looked down and saw ship go up in flames.
And the gate's open.
Yes.
Is there like an opening at the top where I can just drag and drop down?
You're at, like, the walls. If you want to drop into the courtyard, you can, but the inner keep itself is separated.
I'm gonna go to the fucking courtyard.
So just dropping down to the courtyard where all the fire is? It's
Oh,
still
that's
on
where the fire
fire.
Oh, I thought it was like in front of the gate. I didn't know if it was like all in the
Yeah, no, the courtyard blew up, not the gate.
Okay. I guess I'm
when
gonna
your
go
man
down. To the gate.
rushed in through the gate, the courtyard exploded.
Okay, I thought it was like the opening of the fucking.
No, no.
I gotta mix it. All right, since that's done, I'm just gonna. How hard is the fall?
It's
How far
probably
down?
about 40 feet, so 46.
I can hop on the wyvern real quick, then jump off at 10 feet, and I won't take any damage. I can running.
Okay. Are you just going into the fire, though? Like, what's the plan here?
Activate stone, fly over it.
Okay, so... Are you just, like, beelining it for the entryway? To the inner keep?
Yep, whoever's in me is getting mowed down.
Okay, there aren't anybody there, because anybody that was standing there is now burned to death in a fire. But roll 2d6 and I'll see how well you're faring against the doorway. I guess your troops are taking up semi-defensive measures back where they are?
Yes.
Understood. Roll them dice.
Okay. I keep getting fucking 9s.
That's not a bad number on this.
Yeah.
So you go over there and you shove your glaive through, have it explode with icy power, and then you just see a somewhat terrified orky face on the other side with a spear.
You did alright, man. Hold the line for the moment.
You say calmly behind you as you then turn back and it's just a scary face meme. Alrighty. That was Vashnir over to Strike Force again. What is your intention as you see the world begin to warble? And you're back outside.
Where?
Back where you were before you went up the gate.
So they don't know where we were.
Nope. You assume that they do not. You can make that assumption.
They count as creatures, and I can't count them as worn or carried. Damn it.
Just turn them to teacups. And then never you want or
No. There's a better thing. How long can you two hold your breath?
I don't know the math for that shit.
Constitution +1. 10 minutes.
6 minutes.
Ina?
Do math. I don't know.
What's your Constitution modifier?
3.
For 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
And 4 minutes, not 4 rounds.
Did not say the word
Minutes.
rounds.
Did you not? Okay, my brain is fucking up, okay? Anyway,
He's tired.
I know.
hey Eric.
Hi.
Doesn't the bag of holding give like
About
10 minutes before you run out of air?
What about it? 5 there's 2 people.
How would you two mind being in my bag of holding for a moment?
I'm a
I
fuck.
can't make you both. I can't make you both invisible and myself invisible, but I can get all 3 of us there.
I'm gonna need you.
I do have an empty bag of holding.
I'm gonna need to fully.
long would it
explain
take to
your
get
thought
there?
Process.
My entire thought process is I'm going to put you two in the bag of holding, fly up to the top again while still invisible, make my way to where that motherfucking wizard bitch was, and kill him after ejecting both of you.
Okay. I take it this is all assuming he doesn't have some form of sea invisibility thing going on.
More than likely does. He's a wizard bitch.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, I'm not going to go in through the roof again. I'm going to hopefully fly in through a window. Hopefully.
Gotcha.
Because remember, I can alter my form.
Yes.
Be anything. And I can do that while invisible.
I just wanted the full thought process before I agreed to go into a bag with limited air.
Completely understandable. You'll have 9 minutes, she'll have 8 before you die. I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Great.
I will be sure to get you out before the 8 minutes is up. Probably before the 5 minutes is up, because I'm pretty damn fast.
Alright. I believe in you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm anxious,
So-
but we'll do it.
I'm going to put him in the bag of holding.
Don't drop me.
That you won't know if I do. So the bag of holding that they are in is not technically empty. It's the only other bag of holding I have, which has a, what is it called? Tendril of amalgamation in it. Don't know what that is, but it's in there.
Oh,
Just
no.
had to state that.
That's the one thing you probably shouldn't have put him in there with. That's that weird, scary metal creature, remember?
Yeah, but it's dead. It's fine.
No, it's not.
No, the fuck, it was not.
Well, I'll throw myself out a window.
Listen, it's the only other bag I have is the one with knives in it.
I can play with those.
I'm putting them in the bag with knives. Okay.
Okay, that's safer.
I had 2.
It's safer. Safer.
Understood.
I was about to have a mini game where it was just Peon and Ina trying not to get got.
I hate my life.
I'm far
Hate
too
you
tired for
guys.
that kind of minigame, Eric.
I know.
Put them in the bag with the knives. Make myself a technically small creature with all my things being one or carried. Free cast using one of my Illrigger dies, invisibility, and fly preferably through a window into the keep, the same floor that motherfucker was on.
Yeah, you're beelining to the keep while invisible.
Yes, sir.
I don't really think that there's any dice necessary for that. You have a static speed, as I can't do much about it. So I just know that.
Yes, sir.
It does, however, take a little bit, because, distance and spaces and shit.
Shouldn't take more than 5 minutes.
Well, it probably won't take more than 5 minutes, but it's going to take more than a minute. We flash
That's
over
fine.
to Vashnir. Vashnir, this door is nothing before you as you finish cracking it open. Your men outside are performing defensive maneuvers because there's a bunch of fire that hasn't gone away yet.
Mm-hmm.
What you got? As you are seemingly now sieging alone.
An hour. How long does that last? We also would have been reset to where Pass Without a Trace was still there. But I don't think it's there anymore.
It was concentration. It would fall because of rules.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. My brain just did a weird thing. This isn't necessarily time travel. This is just weird shit.
Now, if it reset your mind back to when you were at that point, then yes. But I do not believe that Peon could immediately reconcentrate on a spell he had up in the heartbeat necessary for it to, you know.
Oh no, I got a pretty good wisdom score.
What you doing, Vashni?
So, what's around me right now?
Very scared or clad. And a bunch of people with shields and pikes, ready to stab the fuck out of things that are charging through the doorway, because that's what you did last time.
Alright, I'm gonna have them stay there, and I'm gonna go...
No, those are enemy forces. Your guys are all on the other end of the courtyard, because you're not having them
You're by
follow you through the
yourself.
fire. You are alone.
So the scared guy is not my guy?
No.
No.
Well... gonna say in the nicest tone, they can lay down their arms and live. They can die.
That one there as an individual may do so, but they're very quickly realizing that, oh, there's a bunch of pikes behind me and this guy in front of me. They awkwardly try to shuffle past you into the courtyard, but not into the fire, so like they can't really go anywhere. So they're just kind of
They just
shimmying
drop their weapons,
against...
it's fine. That's enough.
Like,
If they just drop their
They
weapons.
just kind of shimmy along the wall to try not to get burned, and then you rushed inside.
Yeah.
Roll 2d6. You have 15 passive regen around, right?
That is another fucking 9!
That's fine.
Yeah,
You have 15 passive
uh,
regen around, right?
We have a combined 75 passive regen.
It's nice to heal. That guy over there just gets overshield.
You two need to pump up the
It
passive
lasts
regen
over
numbers.
shield.
You're right.
You
but
two
I'm
need to
not
pump up
putting
them
stuff
passive
back.
regen numbers, because if you pump up them, if you guys pump up them massive regen numbers, we will be immortal.
Min-max,
I
min-max,
summoned
min-max.
10 of me.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the fucking Ina and Jodak.
Do you do that before your stone runs out?
Oh no, I was telling him that.
Okay, I didn't know if that was like
He was
your...
saying, I thought he was
do it.
talking to me with the passive region. Like, I don't need the passive region. I have all the defense.
Because your thing is about to run out.
I know.
And by about to, I mean
But
has
you can
run out.
summon.
Roll
you
your
can summon-
2d6,
I just-
you got a 9. You're just waiting on me to do math.
I think
I'm sorry.
timey-wimey thing gonna happen again. And I don't wanna waste it last minute.
Your passive regen is 15 now, right?
Let me check
Fair.
one last. I'm pretty sure it either went to 15 or went to 10.
Maybe. Maybe 12. I don't remember. See what it is. Because it changed. It might be 5.
Actually, where was it? It might have been.
I also realized why I couldn't find my passive regen, because I put it in a spot I would normally never put things. It's in my character traits.
Ah.
All the
No,
way
it
at
went
the
to
fucking
7.
bottom.
It went to 7. It was 15, went to 7.
That makes sense, because now you're not mutating uncontrollably.
Yeah.
So then, after that, you're going to end up still taking 20 damage as you get poked a lot. But by and large, you're cleaving through these guys. Making progress.
Yeah,
Jodak. You're blowing up a keep.
Blowing the key.
I love how you just go, what else am I supposed to say?
oh, as I'm like running past these people or they're scooting past me, can I ask him where the hell's the mage?
They're kind of in the middle of trying to stab you or not be stabbed by you. Conversation during combat, really not a thing.
I'm pretty sure I can grab one
Especially
of the
with your
guys.
enemies.
I can hold one of the guys screaming to me. I'll let him stab me a little bit. Where is he?
They don't know what you're talking about.
Impales him on one of his friend's pipes.
Oh my god.
So Jodak, your thing goes off after 3 rounds, right?
After 3 rounds, yep.
So your ability wears off on you. You send these things forward. Roll me 2d6 as you... I'm going to use this to determine your fucking structural engineering capability to send them to the right spots.
I have 10.
On
very
2d6?
well.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Describe what this looks like. Ice clones is fairly self-explanatory. This one, however...
I found this very... Considering what they are, and considering how I described my suit to begin with, I was just going to shake out my hands, considering I'm putting it on the keep. I guess touch various parts of the keep and just leave a goopy mess all over the place, which will form into tiny little parasitic worms, which will latch onto the stone at the keep. It doesn't have to be a creature.
So you're just blowing the bottom out from this thing?
So I'm just gonna blow up the bottom
Understood.
so I can make the entire thing collapse. Make it fall like a house of cards.
Well, as you are
Like a
thinking
domino.
that, you start to hear one acidic splash, then another, another, and another, and another, and another, as the entire base of this thing just begins to melt and dissolve. You see the top of it kind of like creak for a moment, start to turn, and then just... everything comes cascading down, and there's a large cloud of debris.
It's a 2-story building.
What?
Turned it from a 3-story into a 2-story.
No, it turned into a pile of fucking rubble and guts.
No, I know. It was a joke. It was just a joke.
At that, though, I think that the other, like, enemy forces break morale.
They're done. That's bad. I'd be done.
So they're
Fuck
done
this.
now.
No time reset for that motherfucker anymore.
I told
Speaking
them,
of-
I gave them a chance to sack you surrender. So I'm not taking any prisoners right now.
Speaking of Tadori, you get to where the caster person was, and you find a teleportation circle burned into the floor.
Seeing as I have teleportation circle, can I see where the glyphs go at all, or no?
Sorry, no. It kind of sort of disappears. You can just see, like, the remnants of it.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna pop them out so they don't. Well, no. Only been a minute.
Well, it's probably been, like, 3 or 4.
They need to breathe.
Yeah, it's usually pretty helpful.
Breathing is kind of important.
I'm gonna. We don't need the keep. He left. There's no point in trying to keep it. We can't hold it. So I'm gonna pull their heads out so they can get a gulp of air and then leave.
Fair enough.
and explain that to them as I pull their heads out momentarily.
Okay. So you are retreating.
Yeah, there's no point in me being here because he
Understood.
left. The point of me being here was to kill him. He's
So
not
then
here
the
anymore.
only remaining is Vashn.
Oh, fuck.
I have to go to bed, Eric.
I got you. Vashnir is
Good night.
doing his thing and then it's over, but
That's also kind of why I was retreating,
This is good.
so you could go to bed and not be here.
so Vashnir,
All right.
you are cleaving forward, inward. You're meeting heavy resistance, but you're fighting through it. You're still alone.
That's fine.
Look back, you can hear the fire still blazing. What you got?
Motherfucker almost
Just trying
died.
to push forward as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie.
That
Anything
motherfucker was
additional?
one step.
What's up?
Anything additional? Like, are you... If you have any stone activation or, like, something special?
How many times can you activate the stone in a day?
As many as your little heart desires if you have a charge.
I'm getting charged up.
But you can't use all of your tiered abilities more than a certain amount
Yeah.
of times a day.
Correct.
You know what? I'm gonna use an ability I've never used on myself. Popping the stone, activating the frost armor on myself.
Okay. And then you're just gonna try to fucking run through and tank.
Yep.
Okie dokie, 2d6. My rolls in against you. Oh no.
That's
I
not
got
what
an
Snake
8.
does.
Got an 8?
Mhm.
Okay. You push past. No pushing fast. You push past the group that's trying to stop your advance, and you eventually go into a more like... It's more of like a central, like inner, not dining area, but like promenade type deal. And whilst you are inside there pushing forward, you see more glyphs activate along the floors and ceiling here.
Like the exploding kind?
Like the explodey kind.
Bubble.
Okay. 'Cause yours is actually a dome though, isn't it?
But I can make it as small as I want it.
Well, yeah, but it still doesn't have a floor because it's a dome. Right?
Am I standing on top of one?
Yeah, it's on the floor, so yeah.
Can I stand on one that doesn't have a glyph on it?
You can stand slightly off to the side, but you're still probably gonna take some damage from the floor runes.
That's fine, but all the other ones are...
Yeah, you're probably
Oh.
not gonna get a bonk on the head because this dome has saved you before in the past, and it will probably do so many times more because domes are cool. Yeah, because it's made out of ice. But you pop your dome, try not to die, which is appropriate because as all this goes off, you end up taking a lasting 50.
Alright, so... Okay, cool. So that's 70 points of damage in total, right?
I don't know.
He says 20 for the first one and then 50 for this one, right?
Then probably, yeah.
Yeah. That's fine.
And you are now kind of buried under rubble as your stone wears off again. Still just you. You're the only one still in the combat scenario. Jodak has raised his fort. Chidori has retreated. You're the only one left.
I can get out of this rubble.
Might take some time. Unless
That's
you
fine.
got like a teleport or something. What you doing?
What I got? What I got on my... Because I'm gonna be mash my way out of here.
Just trying to brute force your way through. That's probably an athletics check then.
That's fine. Oh, yeah, I can do that.
I don't think you have any way of communicating with your forces that are outside.
Nope.
So they're defaulting to...
Oh, wait. Yeah.
Go on.
His mic just cut out.
I think I can snap my fingers and re-teleport Artemis to me, right?
I think so, but...
Yeah. Might be able to, I don't know what he turns into. He turns into something else, but he might be able to...
For the sake of... Just because I want to be lazy, let's just keep it what it was.
He's a good boy then. He can use his snout to help me dig out.
Okay. The second in command of forces outside is taking over and trying to do stuff.
Yeah, just competent. I know. 8, 23.
Alright. You dig your way out of rubble and continue your way into the more inner sanctum areas. As you get there, you see somebody in a green and black uniform. It doesn't look Imperial proper, but it still has all the markings of a uniform on it. Who is kind of looking in your direction with surprise. And that's where your thing ends for this one. It is now the start of a new one. What do you got?
That motherfucker. He look magic and he looks like a magic man.
They look a little magic man-y.
Excuse me, sorry. I couldn't hit the button in time.
How dare you?
I
Is he within
apologize.
15 feet of me?
They're probably like actually on the edge of like 50-ish at this point in time. I'm assuming you're just going to enter into combat, which
Yeah.
we're not running proper initiative right now.
Oh, if I hop on Artemis, I think I can meet him.
Okay. So then back to mounted combat, running forward, dealing as much damage as you believe that you can. For the sake of simplicity, I'm going to represent this with the 2d6s we have been using. But, yeah, actually, yeah. They're gonna cast a thing at you, because you are possibly the highest value target that exists at this point in time in this warfare.
Casting quickly?
What?
It doesn't count as a damaging effect, does it?
What?
Whenever he's casting at me.
Probably not in the way that your armor would like it to be.
Yeah, I was hoping. I was hoping.
Actually, it might. Did I say damage or an attack?
Return an attack or otherwise damaging effect.
Or otherwise damaging effect. Okay. Makes sense. Alright. So, roll your 2d6. I'm gonna roll mine, and then you're probably gonna get really mad at me.
Then that's another 9. I keep getting 9s. I'm only getting 9s.
I rolled higher. So, as you are charging forward, and your first hit is connecting, you see them cast something over you, and you feel this weird invasive force inside of your mind, but then you pop your armor, right?
Yep.
Which then basically rebounds the spell back at them. Does that just do the same damage, or does it add any multiplier to it?
Double the damage it would do.
Okay. So then as that is sent back toward them, this is the part you're gonna hate me for. They have the same thing.
They bounce it back at me?
Yes. So this is a times 4 effect.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So as a result of that, you take 160 psychic damage.
How much?
160.
I'm down.
He just used his special thing to do something in that scenario.
Huh?
It's inspiration.
Oh wait, I got a hit in. I got a charge.
I don't... They're basically hitting at the same time here, but I'll keep that in mind. You do have a charge.
Wait, it doesn't block psychic damage though, right?
I think it does.
It resists all damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
okay.
couldn't activate it in
fails.
time because...
I think my stone would go into effect. Like, will go into like it's trying to save my life at this moment.
No, they're not automated like that.
Just flavor it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's what the Band of Iron is for, though. Because as you are going toward the ground after getting your mind fucking warped, you do hear a window crash. You come to sometime later. Back at the fortress that you left from that morning.
Did we attack it?
Once you get your casualty report, you see that there's maybe half of the Wyvern squad left, and one of the armored squads left. All the skirmishers are gone. And as you ask if you took it, they shake their head no and say, "We were too focused on getting you out of there, boss. Sorry."
Alright, I got a good look at the fellow. I give the exact description that I saw.
Good note.
These are
Meanwhile-
our targets.
Meanwhile, Jodak, more in the immediacy, and technically the only one that won. I'm assuming you're going through the keep? The ruins of the keep?
Yep.
Okay.
Figure out what was going on here.
Make
Hopefully find the body of whoever with the special. Sorry, go ahead.
make an investigation check as you and your 25 guys, or 75 guys total, are looking through this rubble for important things.
As I have 25 guys, can I make this with advantage?
It's added into the DC.
Okay. Investigation. 21.
Okay. As you are digging through, you do eventually find an individual crushed to death by a rock with a black and green uniform of some sort. They are different from the rest of them.
He is notable.
It appears to be a probably like low 40s human.
A human surrounded by a war band of orcs?
Are you gonna say that's not okay, Mr. Human surrounded by a warband of orcs?
I am now currently human surrounded by a warrior of orcs. That is not why I'm saying it's not okay. I'm saying that is something I have seen once before.
You were total
And that's
mercenaries.
me. We were total mercenaries. Okay, well, never mind. That's no longer a problem.
But none of them seem to have... They didn't talk about capturing any yet, and I mean, you kind of have a corpse. Looting his body, you find that their armor is a lightweight version of something similar to, but not quite as powerful, as Vashnir's set. Like, you gather it can maybe do it once in, like, a week. After looking at it arcanely. And you do find a very interesting spellbook. Since you are more magically whatevered than your standard orky boy, looking through it, you can tell that there is a sect of it that is talking about chronergy, which up to and at this time isn't really something that is widespread or ever even used in the setting.
Collecting all of that and dropping his corpse in a bag of holding, not a bag of holding, but a portable hold,
Okay.
so I can bring it back with me. Collecting anything else of notable use from what may or may not have been his room.
Yep. Probably just a spell book is the
probably
most.
be like several bowls.
Aside from like fort loot,
Mhm.
them and their spellbook is probably the most valuable thing here. Are you doing anything with this pile of rubble that is now a bit harder to defend, to fortify?
It's a pile of rubble right now.
Yeah.
It's very hard to fortify. I do not care about it anymore. I've lost far too many of my orky boys doing this.
Yeah.
And the dwarves. This is
50,
a failure
150,
by all records.
50, yeah, 200, 225 casualties on your end.
That's far too many to be acceptable.
In fairness, Vashnir got the same, and he lost. But you lost more wyverns, so shame.
I do not know what Vashnir has done or has not done because I have not heard back from him yet.
Nope.
I was sending up the report of what happened and then who the target is.
That's
Well,
hours later.
Well, yeah, you guys are all probably, aside from the strike force, which got done first, around about now is when you guys are actually able to get into communication with each other. Probably while Jodak is on the way back to the fortress, Vashnir is waking up, and the strike force is off in the woods somewhere. Just kind of chilling, I guess. Yeah? James?
What? Sorry.
Strike force is just off in the woods somewhere, just kind of chilling, I'm guessing right now?
Making our way back.
Okay, so you're heading back to Fort proper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, once they're done, they will message me. So I will, and then I'll message them where I am. But until then, I'm making my way back. Obviously, with them out of the bag, duh.
Vashnir, Jodak, in a rapid-fire text message chain, what are you guys doing here? Since you're both at less than half forces that you took with you on the attack, both of your stations are not exactly good in the defensive area. Significantly better than if you weren't there. By a long shot. But neither one really seemed able to withstand an assault. That said, Jodak, you killed yours, so enemy numbers down.
I'm sending a message to both Fashionir and the strike team. We finished seizing our fort.
I failed at mine.
Information. We'll have to correspond with you later. And I'm just taking my orc boys, whoever's left, back to camp.
Abandoning fort number 2.
Abandoning fort number 2. There's too much has been lost here.
Vashnir, are you abandoning fort number 1?
Bad am I hurt after getting back up?
Like, you took 100 and some odd damage straight to the brain.
I had 100 health left when I got hit with that.
Well, you took 160.
That was a short rest.
Yeah, you've had a short rest. You're okay. But that's a lasting damage type deal. Like, at the very least, you have a pounding headache.
I'm probably gonna stay here with the guys, and it's not commanderly for me to, like, leave after a loss.
Okay, so you want to stay there. Does that change what you're doing, Jodak? Because you're the nearest to him.
I am the nearest to him.
And together you
And we're very
kinda
low on Yeah, I'm just gonna go regroup with him instead. Better to shore up our forces instead of leave us separated out, because we can't really defend a base by ourselves at the bare moment.
No. And
So,
even
shore up
together,
our base.
you mainly just have armor guys.
Mhm.
But you also
At
have
least
you two,
his base won't be
which
destroyed.
is a lot.
I mean, we know we can take the keeps with just the three of us.
There's an if
I'd
there.
rather not decrease the morale of the group, saying that like half the units have been lost, and that's not what I would do.
Did I mark off my uses of things?
Haven't had a
Yeah.
long rest yet.
Yeah, no, I was just making sure Thaddeus actually remembered to
Okay, don't.
mark it off.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also saying this fuckers can reflect shit too, if that hasn't been put in the message. You reflecting my reflect, this shit hurts.
Who will blink first?
No, I knew this was gonna pop up at some point, I just didn't know when.
Right now.
Yeah.
Do it! What you doing?
Let me mark off my inspiration. Oh.
What'd
You
you
don't
say?
need to mark off your inspiration.
Use your armor.
No, even then.
No, I
That,
activated my effect, but did that count?
no. The
Okay, so keep the inspiration.
seeing what just happened and what's been happening, your guys were already worried about you.
Oh, okay.
So they immediately went, okay, we know Vashnir. Break the fuck into the center thing as quickly as possible so that he's not alone.
And they just told me knocking my ass. Well,
And you ate the bomb. So they were able to get inside.
I get hit with another bomb. My own attack. At least it put fear into that wizard's eyes.
Oh, very
Just
much
like
so.
you.
That was
I put
closer.
I put extreme annoyance into mine.
No, yours was. I don't even know what the fuck that was. I'm leaving. Y'all are on your own.
Nope, I'm not dealing with that today. No, thank you, Satan.
This tank of a dwarf and his fucking demon dog.
No pun intended.
He saw a
Meanwhile,
dwarf move at 50 feet a second.
Jodax
Joe
went.
didn't even give this
Okay.
guy a chance.
Yeah. They thought he was gonna break in again. They were ready, and then he just broke the fortress.
He broke in. He broke in.
But-
Broke in.
I don't have explosive stuff. That was my next idea, but I'm like, I don't have anything to blow this shit up
But-
with.
Just because Caleb's already in bed, I have to call it here.
Yeah.
That's alright.
Jodak and Vashnir are at Fortress 1, regrouping and, sharing information.
I'm making our way back to Ironbreaker or whatever the fuck it's called.
Okay. And
Oh.
you have the information you got,
Yeah.
which is basically confirmation that, yeah, they have a motherfucker casting things.
I'm gonna make a
I
note.
know that
because
they
he
always
didn't-
are.
I'm gonna make a note too, because he didn't reverse time, my ass. He hit me with something. I bounced it back, so it looks like it's once a day, possibly.
Yeah. And also to keep in mind, it's not reversing time.
It's fucking with time. It's doing something.
It's not time.
What is
I'm pretty sure it's time. This reads like it's time.
Are you talking about the armor? Or are you talking about
whatever effect he did to?
the large-scale combat?
Yeah.
The large-scale combat, especially since he picked up a Burk on Chronergy, reads time.
It's either that or he's warping reality in some fucking way, but they can do it one time.
No, yeah, that large scale he can do once, but it just doesn't. It's not the conventional reversing of time, because if it was the conventional reversing of time, it would be, hey,
I
We've
am-
all forgotten what the fuck we did.
It's a
I
bubble.
am dwarf.
It's very different than just replay everything as it was. Yes.
It's that, but and then they add stuff. Like there was people that weren't there that they're now there.
Well, that's just them reversing time to the point before you were able to assault, and then them putting troops where you would have assaulted, which is the standard chronomancy bullshit.
I'm not the smart guy. I'm the dwarf that hammers shit into place and hammers people that shouldn't be there into
Don't
place.
send that to me in a note like I don't know.
But
That's what I'm sending. That's in my
Yeah.
note. This is me putting in the note.
you guys
I
are
know, we're
understanding
arguing
things. We
in
need
a-
to call it because Caleb, you need to go bed.
Yeah,
We will continue from here next time, whenever that is.
on Dragon Ball Z.
Vashnir, I do apologize because I
no,
knew what was going to
that's
happen.
That's something I needed to know. That's
Yeah.
that's now good information.
You guys have
That's
toys.
gonna
I
make-
have the same toys.
I just need to know who does the counter first.
Yeah.
Is the thing.
Who blinks first?
I love how you say, I love how you say you guys have toys, and I'm like, I don't have toys. I just have me.
Motherfucker, you are a toy. Let's get out of
I
here.
have 10 more.
Well,
Goodbye.
goddamn.
That's my
Bye.